What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Kick, LinkedIn. I don't know. We got to cut some of these out. It's ridiculous. But if you cannot catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest. For the new year, he's turning over a new maple leaf, giving up poutine, and is going to learn the lambada, the mambo number 5. He's basically Patrick Swayze in Dirt and Dirty Dancing. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Todd, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
Hi diddly ho diddly.
Are you Patrick Swayze now? You have done the Les Mills dance. I've seen you do the dance. You've done the dance,
Patrick
the dirty
Swayze's
dance.
got nothing on me.
I want to see you and Patrick Swayze. Well, Patrick Swayze is dead now, but I'd like to see you, Patrick Swayze.
Let's tread lightly.
And Chris Farley. Actually, both of them are dead now. You would be the only live one, and actually, at this point, you might be able to beat them in a dance contest.
Excellent. I'm gonna win. It's probably the only chance I'm gonna win. So,
that was probably one of the best episodes of Saturday Night Live. Patrick Swayze, Chris Farley.
Oh God,
doing
Chippendales,
the dance, the
dude.
Chippendale dancing.
right?
But if we add Todd, the Chippendale dancing of Todd, to that stage with those guys, I mean,
Did you see me getting my groove on in my fancy disco shirt? I was getting my groove on.
He was getting his groove on, all right. Oh, it was something.
Oh my God!
What a capital S.
Completely honesty here is way more fun than I thought I was going to be. I thought,
yeah.
Why did I agree to this? I don't dance. Look at me. Do I look like a dancer? No.
Maybe.
Well,
maybe when I was in my 20s. We won't talk about the rave time.
Oh,
what?
But,
you were a raver? You had hair back then?
Yeah, I had long hair. Yeah.
We gotta see everybody wants to see a picture of you having hair, man. Come on.
Never going to happen.
Come on. Hair Force One wants to see a picture of you with hair.
Yeah, I'm taking that name. You know what? I played a game the other day. Scott. Look
Guess
at
who?
Oh, damn, man. He just hit it right out of the gate.
every week. What the hell?
Dude, we appreciate you, man. Thank you, and Happy New Year, Scott Albright, the CEO of Combat Waffle and Ghost of Tabor. Thank you, dude, for that awesome $99.99 super chat. Way to kick off our New Year's celebration. And
that's awesome.
And D, Todd, Happy New Year. Last show of the year. What do you think, guys?
Happy New Year.
2024, right
It's
around the corner.
It's what?
I'm
D, what
ready.
you gonna say?
I'm just ready for it, man.
Yeah?
This whole year, moving for the 568th time. I'm just done. I'm done.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, New Year for you. I mean, you've changed a little bit on the show. You went from being like on a, like changing your schedule, and you got screwed up a little bit, and you were only here for like an hour, and then you had to leave, and then you had to come back, and then you moved from Carolina to Denver, in the great state of Colorado, hanging out with our man Roots.
He's all right.
He's all right. He's okay.
He's all right.
That's cool, man. So it has been a big year for you, and yeah.
And I have more than one headset now. I have technically 3. I started the year with 1 with my Quest 2, then came PSVR 2, then came Quest 3.
I like it.
Next year, deck.
It's you.
Yeah, you think? Well, we're gonna talk
now.
We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about maybe some upcoming things that we might see in this amazing year of 2024. But yeah, it's been a cool year, and we're going to get into some stuff from this past 2023. I want to talk a little bit about 2023, and I want to talk a little bit about Q2C and where we were this past year. I want to talk about the state of VR and the kind of year that VR had in 2023. I want to talk a little bit about this show that we did last year in 2023. It was definitely an interesting show. But first of all, guys, let's say a little more amazing chat, because they are active as ever, all the way up to the top. We have Mindjibe says first, and Warmark is here as well. Brennan VR, Assassin 32 VR. Assassin 32, Todd, the newest member of the XR Update, channel, the website. He's one of the contributing members and writing articles on XR Updates. So way to go, Assassin 32. He's got a couple of articles up.
Welcome to the team.
Yeah, he had one drop today about mixed reality. So if you'd like to see a little bit of Assassin 32 writing with Wes and our team, for XR Update, go check out xrupdate.com and go check out that article. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Alakazam is here. Chris9989. We have a Tasselhoff sighting. What's up, Mr. Tasselhoff? How you doing, man? Q Creator is here, rocking the thumb or the timestamps in 2023. Thank you, Mike. You're awesome. Techno Glitch is here. Michelle V. Ollie VR Port. VR Spry Guy is here. Had 52 birthdays this year. Amazing, my friend. Way to go with your Ender's VR Arcade is here. Let's see. Shaggy, aka Gunshot Rida, is here. Love that name. Nick Thompson is here. No spam in the kitchen. What is up, dude? Mepper is here. Let's see. I said Michelle B, Techno Glitch, Enders. Orland Hooper's here, Todd. Orland Hooper's jacked, yo. Damn right he is. I would like to know how many Orland Hooper's jacked yos we did this past year. That would be nice to know.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we need to find that out. Rattlehead 9026 is here. Chi-Town D is here. Assassin 32, as I said. PDX VR. Todd Jackson. Hair Force 1 with the amazing name is here. Captain X77. Fourth Wall Breaker. Another amazing name is here. Rudy is here. Zell2318. Philosix. Obscure Nerd VR is here. What is up, Andy? How are you doing, man? Josh Pio is here. Pyo. Pio. Pico Guy is here. Chatty is here. I am Dickel is here. Vivian is here. Is that Vivian Shazen? What's up, Vivian? How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Chris9989. I don't know if I had said. Scott Albright, of course, is here, rocking it as always. We have probably a little bit of some cool stuff coming up with Scott real soon. The Handed Capable Gamer is here. Awesome Tatum is here, Todd, and he is
awesome. My mic was off.
He is awesome. Let's see. Hello to, is that anybody I'm missing? EV Man versus Gas is here. Define Tech. Restream bot has a Joseph Alcantara sighting, Todd. He says, hola, amigo VR gamers. Joseph Alcantara, the winner of our PlayStation VR 2 giveaway. What is up, Joseph? How are you doing, man? He's over on Facebook. And who else do we got here? I think Arlen Kundert is here. I am Dickel. I think I said, if I missed you guys, I apologize, but I think we have a lot of people here. I'm sure we'll have some people sliding in, as we always do. You know when you know who loves it when things slide in, like they always do.
My mom.
Yeah.
How many my moms do you think we've had?
Oh my God. That's got to be the thousands.
Serious
A lot of my
for
moms.
2024 for Mother's Day. We need a compilation.
That would be epic.
Right?
They should do it for Virtual Strangers because they have thousands more than we do. Thousands.
Yeah, totally.
It is going to be a cool show tonight, guys. Thank you for being here. This is our New Year's end of the year, New Year's kind of show celebration, and Todd
2023 wrap up.
Yeah, it's a good wrap up, Todd D. It's a good way for us to wrap up. We had a bit of a different show last year for our wrap up show, but before we get into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about what we did as a channel this past year. I think it's been pretty interesting, our path for this past year, and 43 episodes of Q2C VR Gamer Live in this past year. That's pretty damn good.
That's crazy. I know we had this grand vision that we would never miss an episode, and we
did really good for a long
live.
time.
The first couple years, or first year maybe in a bit, yeah, I think we nailed it. Like maybe I was gone, but you were always here with a special guest or something if I couldn't come. And I think we nailed it. But this year, man, we've just been so busy with these conventions and talks and traveling all over the goddamn planet, not just all over the US. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, and I think we did pretty good. I mean, 43 episodes. I mean, we go live usually every week. We missed less than 10 episodes. I think that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
That's not bad. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably less than I'd say it's probably the fewest we've ever done. But I think we're at, what are we at? Episode 118 now? I mean, damn, 118.
It's crazy.
We hit our 100th episode this year in 2023, which is pretty damn amazing. We hit our third year, something like that, right? How many episodes a year? 50, 100?
50-ish. So
yeah.
we're into third year because we a bunch of the episodes were Facebook only, so YouTube didn't count. Like we don't have a tally of those. So
yeah, it's cool, man. It's been a cool ride. And Todd, our channel, had some pretty amazing numbers this year too. You want to talk about those?
Yeah, we broke some good milestones this year, and the end of this year has been absolutely amazing for us, right? Like,
dude, have you guys in chat, have you guys just noticed the numbers of our podcast? I mean, number one, we love all of you guys here because you guys show up week in and week out to come in and watch us do this live. So everybody here in chat tonight, we tip our hats to you guys to say thank you for being here every night. But I mean, Todd, D, the amount of people that are watching our videos now, we were at like, I think we used to average 400.
400 was a good 400 or 500 was a good day. It was 200, 300 was kind of like an average for live shows.
Yeah.
And we kind of thought we were doing good. But since I'm just going back since like episode 106 when Renji
started
it
was the immersed visor headset video we had with Renji. Renji Bajoy from Immersed came in and did live with us and did a great show. It was an amazing show. That episode popped off to over 6,000 views. And I think pretty much ever since then, we've had at least over 1,000 views. And our show last week, Todd, already less than, just a week old, has already 4,000 views.
I just noticed 4,000 views on that one. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
3,600 on the week before. Yeah. My God. There's a couple slower ones. Like we had one with 650 but wow, 4,000 views on our podcast. That's freaking awesome.
D, crazy numbers.
Oh, amazing.
Crazy numbers, man. We appreciate all you guys that are watching. The subscriber count has gone up. We've gained over 3,000 subscribers this past year. That's been a pretty good run for us.
It's
Todd,
pretty much doubled our numbers, right? Like we're at 6,700 or something now. So
yeah, we're about
3,000 almost doubled us. So
yeah, we're about to break 7,000 subscribers on the channel, man, and it's great. I mean, for a channel that's mainly a podcast channel, I mean, we do some coverage and some videos, but we are mainly a podcast channel. But for a podcast channel to get those kind of numbers, I am so proud of everything that we've done and the hard work that we've all put in. And D, 387,000 views on our channel this past year. So 387,000 eyes have watched us this past year, and man, and that's pretty damn awesome, man. I got to say, that's almost like, we're bordering on numbers there that kind of boggle the mind. And like Todd, over 30,000 hours of people watching us do our thing.
Remember when we first started this like 2 years ago, and we were trying to get to that 1,000 watch hours so that we could partner with YouTube or become, YouTubers, if you want to call it that. Chasing that 1,000 watch hours seemed to take forever.
It was 4,000 watch hours.
Oh, back then,
it was 1,000 subscribers with 4,000 watch hours to become partnered on YouTube. And holy,
it's 1,000 now. It's only 1,000 now.
Is it only 1,000 now?
Yeah.
Man, like sheep and everything.
I know, right?
Work for it, bitches. Oh man!
Now we're getting 30,000 in a year. That's crazy.
30,000 hours in a year, man. It's just insane. Yeah, the numbers are pretty awesome, and we just we wanted to say thank you to you guys for supporting us this entire year. We appreciate it, and guys, I don't know about you guys, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I love doing this podcast. I love doing what we're doing. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of sacrifice for us week in, week out. But I don't think I would change it right now for anything.
Definitely not going anywhere. This is way too much fun. And I just can't wait to see what 2024 brings. It's just going uphill, man. So
absolutely. Yeah, we got lots of cool stuff. And let's take a look back, Todd, at last year at this time with this episode last year. What did it look like last year at this episode last year? It wasn't just the three of us.
It was a very different episode. Yeah.
No, that was insane, dude.
I was in a different state.
Yeah, D was still back in Carolina, and we had Adam Bombati, we had Skiva, we had Creeper Betty, we had Wes from Virtual Strangers, we had both Tribe and Jordy Grey Wolf. Then we had me and Todd there in the middle. We had Mateo 311, we had Z Storm, Alex VR, Chi-Town D, and then Short Stack. It was 12 of us on screen, and goddamn, that was a lot of fun. We had
so much fun. I still go back and watch some of that episode because it's absolutely hilarious. Some of the stuff that came out of Wes's mouth made some TikToks that went viral. It was so much fun.
It was a great episode, and it's something we kind of thought about. This has just been such a busy time right now for all of us that It was just something I didn't even really think about trying to put together to do this again. I would have been nice to try and do this again, and I think a lot of these people would have, been, all for coming back and doing this. But we kind of talked about maybe we'll do something like this in January or February. We'll try and get everybody back in. It's just too hard around the holidays and just too much going on right now with everything that you're doing and I'm doing and Dee's doing. It's just hard to get everybody, planned out. But I think
actually when we come back from CES, we'll have a lot more to talk about as well. So I think that'll be a good opportunity to bring maybe everybody that was there, because there's gonna be a ton of people at CES this year. If we bring them all on the show to have a good CES wrap up and kick off to 2024, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it was cool, and I think that's a great idea. We can get everybody's take on CES and what they thought about it and everything. I think that would be a great thing. And I kind of went back and I watched a little bit of that episode just to get an idea, because one of the things that we talked about was we went through everybody on that list and said, what are you looking forward to most in 2023? And so we'll hit Adam was there, Adam Bombadi. She was up on top. She said she was most looking forward to the Valve Deckard.
Valve Deckard.
So that was a year ago, and we still haven't seen it. Like, we were talking about the Valve. We've been talking about the Valve Deckard for years, and we still didn't see a new headset from Valve in the 2023. But that was something that Adam was definitely looking forward to. Skiva was number 2 to go, and he said he was looking forward to PlayStation VR 2.
PlayStation and VR, and of course we had that come, and he's loving it. Well, he did love it. I don't know if he's
I think he still loves it somewhat. I think he's not as enamored with it as he was back then. You gotta remember, back then it was funny because it was even before we hit CES, right? So we weren't even at CES yet to do the demo to try it. Creeper Betty said she was looking forward to working in Blender and Unity, and the game wise she was looking for Call to See. So Creeper Betty had just really started working with Kluge and doing a lot of game building and world building. Wes was looking forward to PlayStation VR 2, going to CES and any other convention for the first time ever. So it was right before CES. Wes hadn't been anywhere ever, and he was looking forward to meeting everyone.
And it was awesome to meet him in person.
Yeah, he had never met anybody in person.
Mm-hmm.
Tribe and Jordy, again, same thing. They were looking forward to CES and meeting everybody in person. It was their first CES. Mateo 311 was looking forward to the PlayStation VR 2, Vertigo 2, and the Quest 3. He was the only one to say Quest 3, by the way. Z Storm said he was looking forward to doing more 100-day series, which I think he did a raft one after that. He was looking forward to working in VR in some way, which he is now. He's working with Z Storm's working with Combat Waffle and on Ghost of Tabor with Scott Albright. And he was looking forward to the Valve Index, of course. Alex VR, he was most looking forward to Firewall Ultra.
I know. What a disappointment.
Rest in peace.
Emotional damage.
Rest in peace, Firewall Ultra. You'll always have a place in our heart.
Maybe it was Alex that jinxed it. Maybe
I think he did. Yeah, for sure. But he did say CES he was always also looking forward to as well. And Short Stack said he was looking forward to Rust in VR, more memorable games in D. What do you remember? What do you think you were looking forward to the most?
I have no
I remember.
clue.
You always say the same thing.
Yep.
Destiny VR.
Oh,
And you didn't get it.
that's long.
get it.
You didn't get it.
Gone.
She's
Long
giving up hope.
gone.
She's giving up all hope.
No.
It was nice to hear everybody's thoughts way back in 2023. It was fun to go back and watch that episode today to get an idea of what everybody was looking at and looking forward to for 2023. And it was a cool show last year to have everybody on. But we did have somebody who decided to come on this year, guys. And it's pretty cool to bring her in, and we can maybe talk a little bit about 2023 year in review and maybe some of the best moments that we had in that year and what she thought about them too, along with us. And that would be VR with Jasmine.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Jazz?
Oh, man, it's been a while since I've been on here.
I know. Do you remember how to do it?
I do. Oh my gosh. On my nerves.
Well, because you've been like you've really taken a break because you haven't done VR and all that jazz. We haven't done any episodes of the Impact Reality podcast, which we will be coming back with in 2024. But you've really been on the break of doing any kind of podcasting.
Hey, we finished season 1, okay, on VR and all that jazz. So
no, yeah, you're on your break.
You're on a break, yeah.
And
we don't take a break, but other.
You had a pretty amazing.
Our podcast only happens like once a month, and we still have to take a break.
But you had a pretty amazing season 1, though. Talk about can you name off the people that you had on your podcast in the first year?
No.
I mean, you had so many cool people. I mean, you had Ashley Hoffman. You had
Veronica from Call of the Sea. We had Natasha from For Fun Labs. We had Dust Bunny from We Met in VR. Oh gosh, I know I'm forgetting somebody.
Maureen Fan from.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was so inspirational.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Yeah, so
that was very cool. Yeah, did you and Adam enjoy doing the first season of VR and all that jazz? It was fun.
Yeah, it was great. I don't know. I don't think we had any expectations whatsoever, but we get people that are like, it's the third Wednesday of the month. And we're like, oh,
bring it on.
We're crap. Do we get a guest yet? No, I don't know. We need a producer.
You need to get more candy from around the world and eat more candy on the show.
Yeah, right. That was a good.
It was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, cool. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us for a little bit tonight. I want to talk to you a little bit about 2023. I want to go through a list of some things that happened in 2023, and I would like to get each of our takes on those things, and I would like to rate them as hero, which means a success, 0, which means not a success, or sidekick, which means it was in the middle, kind of like a meh kind of thing.
Eric,
what?
Sidekick is in the middle? Dude.
Well, it is, right? Oh, you think sidekick should be something better?
No, sidekick should be a different word because we are sidekicks.
Who's sidekicks? What?
I'm like,
side quest sidekicks. We're all sidekicks.
Oh shit.
Let's pick a different word.
Okay, so you picked another word then. I thought sidekick was great because we were going with the hero thing. You know what I mean? I was going
okay. No, I thought you meant like sidekick, as in like side quest. And I was like,
yeah, that's what I thought too. And he told me this before the show, and I'm like,
no.
I don't know if I want to talk about
it. Roast there. What's
every
happening?
hero has a sidekick.
Now I get it.
Like not bad. It's like just a little bit lesser than the hero.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, you're forgiven.
All right, so let's start with PlayStation VR 2. So PlayStation VR 2, Jazz, we'll go with you. Is it hero, complete success? Is it a 0, complete failure? Or is it like a sidekick, like it's okay?
Why are you asking me?
Okay, Todd.
I'll go first.
All right, D, you go first. We'll let Jazz.
I'd say it's meh. I mean, there's the colors, there's certain things that are phenomenal about it, but then there's others that are just like, what the? So that puts it in the middle for me.
I like
fair.
It. That's fair. Todd, I know you hate the comfort of it.
PSVR 2 for me is a miss completely.
Wow, a miss completely.
There's a couple good games, and obviously, the haptics are great, the foveated rendering is great, but the whole package to me is a miss. I'm not. I haven't turned mine on. I know you're going to disagree with me, and that's okay. I haven't turned my PlayStation yet.
How dare you?
I spent on a freaking PlayStation so I could get a PlayStation VR 2, have it sit on the shelf behind me and do nothing. Yeah, it annoys the shit out of me that I have one.
How dare you?
Yeah. So I didn't want to go first because I don't want to be the one to say it, but I have a thumbnail on my channel of like the PSVR 2 on fire and in a trash can for a reason.
Me and Jasmine are on the same page.
That video has the most dislikes of any video I've ever posted. And I'm like, okay, well, look, I'm sorry that you spent like over $1,000 on this thing. And like, I don't like it. If you like it, that's great. I love that for you. That is awesome. But like for me, I have to the fit sucks. And I think, I think it really is the fit, to be honest, the fit and like the game selection. Like Dee said, there's so many good things. Like the graphics are really cool, and like eye tracking and foveated rendering, and have like some exclusive games. There's some good things there. But if I can't even, with the sweet spot is so tiny, and the fit is all like wonky, like it's unusable.
Right
at that point.
The comfort of it, right? I mean, me with the hair, like I have to have this up in a ponytail, even with the ponytail
to like
counterweight, like it slides. I'm like,
yeah. And that's the part that I think maybe, Eric, if you had like long hair that kind of like smooshes up the headset, you would have a worse time with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's the most comfortable headset. Like, I know there's some people in chat saying that they love the comfort of this headset. It's not the most comfortable for me. It is a very hot headset for me. Like, it runs hot for me. Like, I sweat more in that headset than I normally do. Like, I can't game in it for as long as I normally would like to because it just gets too hot. Maybe that's because I'm wearing like the Pulse Audio headphones, and I don't normally wear headphones when I, play like the Quest or any other headset like the Valve Index or anything like that. And I hate the facial interface. The accordion facial interface on that thing is super uncomfortable. I hate that part of it.
And ugly.
And they haven't come out with a replacement yet. How third-party companies haven't come out with a replacement that blows my
that's true.
mind. Everybody complains about it. You think Kiwi or somebody would be jumping on that.
But what I care about the most is the visuals in the headset, the haptics and the controllers in the headset, and the games themselves. And for me, that's probably some of the best gaming I've had this year has been on that headset. So I can't give it a miss. Like literally some of the experiences I've had on that headset have made it on my list of best experiences ever that I've had in virtual reality. So I cannot give that headset a miss for me. I mean, I think it didn't hit off as much as I think it could have because of lack of support from Sony. But I don't think it's really the headset's fault. I think some of the games have been amazing. Like GT7's amazing. Gran Turismo 7 is unbelievable in VR.
Right, but that's cost me $1,300 for one game.
Well, but I can go on. The list is long. The list is long. I mean, Horizon. Let's talk about the games. Horizon GT7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 4. Vertigo 2 is coming for that. You can play Vampire Masquerade. Arizona Sunshine on there is amazing. They have some of the best.
The only exclusive you've listed are two games: Horizon Call of the Mountain, and because Firewall is a piece of shit.
Gran Turismo. No, hold on, wait. Gran Turismo 7.
Yep. And Call of the
Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 4.
I'm not a Resident Evil fan.
Well, that doesn't mean that hurts the headset because you don't like the game. But you said I've only named one game that
three.
Was well, it was 4.
Yeah, let Todd have a rant.
Canadian rants are.
What about Synapse?
Arizona Sunshine.
You're not playing Synapse. You're not playing Synapse anymore. Else.
I have never played
one of the best
Synapse.
games. Oh my god, fuck, dude.
Cut him off.
I gotta put my PlayStation VR 2 on. I don't want to put it on.
I just have to
switch
say,
back. So you can't play that Switchback.
Switchback. I like that one.
Eric, I've never played Mother Gunship Forge.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god!
I want to high five you through my screen.
Yeah, let's think of all the things that we can say to piss off Eric.
A little bit.
Set him off.
Oh my god, Mother Gunship Forge is such a good game. Have you really never played it?
No.
Todd, have you never played it yet either?
You and I played it and we recorded a whole bunch.
Oh, that's right, we did. That's right. You finally played it,
and I have played it after that as well. So.
Yeah.
It is a good
Trackcraft today, though.
What'd you play? Oh, Trackcraft. Did you like it?
Oh my gosh, it's delightful. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at like driving games. So I was awful at it, but I still had a great time.
I find that one very therapeutic because once you unlock the free roam mode, you can just sit on your couch, and if you've mapped everything out correctly, you can drive over all your furniture. I drove over my dog. Like, it is very therapeutic. If you had remote control cars as a kid, I had tons of them, so I just love that game.
Okay, sorry, Eric. We didn't mean to derail you from
your
rant.
No, it's very good. I think that the PlayStation argument is a really good one. I think really it depends on what type of gamer you are and what you're looking for, and I think that's where it goes. That's where the lines where people will go. So I think it's a good conversation to have, and I think it's something that It's weird because I think there are a lot of people can get behind it and say, yes, it's been the best system this year. And a lot of people will get behind it and say, or get against it and say it's been a complete miss. So I think it's a good, how about the Vive XR Elite for you guys? Hero, Zero, or Sidekick? This one's a little easier, right? It's gotta be easier.
I don't know.
Sorry, I got distracted. Jeff Rainer's in chat, and my mind just went, holy crap, Jeff Rainer's in chat.
Okay. I'll go first on this one.
Yeah, you go on this one.
Coming out of CES, we all tried the Vive XR Elite. We had a great demo there. We saw some amazing games. I was blown away by the headset. I was like, man, HTC maybe have finally hit their groove and done really, really well on a headset that I think still is a really good headset, but they kind of fell short, I think, on getting the store ready, being standalone. I don't think there's enough games for it. I don't think there was enough support for it. and it kind of fizzled coming out of the gate. And I think that headset's kind of dead already. I think, unfortunately. So I think it's a miss for me. Complete 0.
I completely agree with you. Complete 0. It was during CES last year was mind-boggling what it could do. And I don't think they capitalized on the excitement and what it could do that was different than everything else. The comfort, the glasses mode, in the Audi car experience that we did.
Yeah,
all this stuff. We never heard of any of it after CES. I never saw a commercial, never saw advertising. The glasses mode kind of flopped because you couldn't move yourself after you put it into glasses mode. There was no like little thin strap or something to hold it on your head, so it fell off all the time. And then content's king. You get a headset like that you can't get any games on, and you're relying on people to play PCVR stuff, and it just missed like on every avenue, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting because both like XR Elite and PSVR 2 at CES last year, everyone was going nuts over them. Like I remember us going crazy at the Sony what is it called? Sony talk thing.
Yeah, press conference. Yep.
the part where they start talking to you. Yeah.
Yep.
And we were going crazy when we were at that XR Elite demo. We were like all freaking out, and then I got invited by I got invited to go try out the XR Elite, like, with a couple of like small, like an intimate group of creators. And I feel like outside of the demo environment where everything is handled for you, like on a silver platter, when you had to start doing it yourself, it just was a lot more cumbersome than I remembered it at the demo. And after that, I kind of didn't even pursue it anymore. And because of what Todd said, that there wasn't much marketing or them like trying to emphasize what makes them better and what makes it worth the what makes it valuable over other headsets, I think I just never even reconsidered it again.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Like I think in a catered like environment, it demos well. Like it blew us away. Like Kayak VR, we did Yuki MR, we did,
we did an intimate
Maestro
thing too, and we did soccer, and we did there was a VR chat demo, and we did a kind of a in the wall portal thing. I can't remember what it was called, but it was an in-house demo. It was not a game you could play. And of course we did Yuki. But you're right; they were all very catered. They set it all up for you. Everything was done. We did use in August of this year. We went to the Game On Expo, and Eric and I, and a whole bunch of other creators and people from the community, helped put on VR for people who've never done VR before. And we had an XR Elite there that we played Yuki with, and honestly, it was pretty popular. We had a lot of people that kept coming back and wanting to do it over again. So I think with the right marketing, the right team behind them, some sort of campaign, I don't know, like it just seemed to go away.
I'm a little like I feel like this was their big foray back into the consumer market, and I am very worried because of how this turned out. And obviously the headset before, was it the Flow, the little tiny with how that and this went. I'm a little concerned that they might just be tapping out of the consumer market and going back to enterprise fully, because that's where they dominate. And I think that was the problem, is that with the enterprise market, they don't have to do all this like marketing. They kind of just like, here's the product, and like, what other alternatives do you have? This is it. And I don't know, maybe they just didn't realize how to reach their audience, like consumer audience.
Yeah, and I just think, in consumer, they have to compete with Meta, and I don't think they can right now. They just don't. I think they had an opportunity, but I think one of the things that killed them out of the gate, I don't want to stay too long on them, but was going with they released in spring. I think it was early spring with an XR2 chip that was the last generation. Like we knew all the Quest 3 was going to be the XR2 Gen 2 chip coming in the fall. So right out of the gate, the XR2 was going to be behind the 8-ball with an older chip for the standalone. So if you were thinking about, hey, I'm going to buy this XR2, for the mixed reality and the size of the headset, and it's a great PCVR headset, but, I want to use it for standalone as well. Well, right out of the gate, you're behind. Like that was a weird move for them.
But I'd like to bring a separate point here that they had like color pass through, color mixed reality so ahead of the Quest 3 release. And you see how popular that is now. If they had realized that that would be such a big market and they capitalized on that, they could be a different story. But, again, they didn't focus on the things that they do have. They didn't focus on it, then kind of just let it fizzle.
Yeah, their mixed reality was amazing with that headset. That's the one thing that I think blew us away the most when we were there.
Especially getting to test that the dev sensor early. It was we had never seen anything like it before. So you got a Pico 4 with weird janky pass through, and then we got to test the XR Elite, and it just a whole new ball game. So you're right.
Yeah, it was so sad because I remember seeing all those demos. They had the little portals, and every time I was like, "Man, this is amazing!" And then nothing. It was just so. And then I remember too, when I was with the creators and we were all trying out the XR Elites, we were all walking around the street, walking to a coffee shop, just wearing them with mixed reality, and it was like the coolest thing ever. But then again, nothing. So
yeah, I think the price hurt them too. They were at $1,000. You know what I mean? And Quest was coming. That was going to be, we knew was going to be less than that. So the price hurt them with there too. But yeah, it was interesting. What about the big screen beyond? What do we think? Was from what we've seen and the few people now that are starting to get them rolled out besides just creators, was this a Hero Zero or a sidekick kind of a launch for a big screen in their new headset?
Middleman.
I think so too. But Todd, you have one coming, maybe sometime. Maybe?
Yeah, 2025 Q3.
Yeah, I've been tweeting my disgust with their shipping methods.
Yeah, I see you went publicly. You called them out publicly.
What the hell? They got my money. What am I gonna do? Like, it's not like they're giving me one of these things. So yeah, it's annoyingly. I don't know if it's a zero or not. I don't want to give up on it because I think it'll live on my wall and I think I'll use it, but I don't know because I can't fucking get one. They sent me a DM right after I posted that. Of course, they sent me finally an update in my DMs on Twitter, saying that my lenses were broken or something. My prescription lenses, they had to rebuild them, and it takes a month. And then like 2 hours later, they said, "Oh, and you're in Canada, so we're not shipping those till February."
Oh my God, you're never getting.
I'm like,
this thing, bro.
Fucking kidding me? Even Jose was like all over my tweets saying like, "Why the hell didn't they send you one of these early?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm like the biggest advocate for working in VR and using these things for things other than fucking games, and I don't have one.
I think it's a race now between me and you. Who gets theirs first? My Lynx XR1 that I've been waiting for 3 years for, or you get your big screen.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, the tech behind the big screen, I still like it. I think it's going to be cool. I think I'm going to use it. I use my index, and I think it's going to replace my index.
Interesting.
But I don't know.
Did you have any interest in any of these headsets?
I would have loved to have tried the big screen, but I never had any experience with it, so I don't really have anything to say other than, I don't know, lots of people talked about it. It seemed cool. Send me one and I'll try it.
If you get one before me, Jasmine, there's heads are gonna.
Oh my God, that would be hysterical.
You need like,
if I do, we know that they watch this podcast and they were just like, just to spite Todd, let's send Jasmine one first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Big Screen Beyond a 0 right now. Darshand, if you're watching, I'll bring you up to a hero if you send me one.
Screw you all.
We'll get you one. We'll get you up there. We'll get you up. It may be great. I don't know. I tried it on. I remember Brad Jazz had it at the Ghost of Tabor launch party, and he had one there. We couldn't we tried it on. We couldn't use it or anything like that because it was he was just had it on his head. But we got to try the form factor of it. But
very
light,
cool. Very tiny, very light.
Scott's in chat and says it's a 0 for him. I'm assuming you've got one, Scott, or you've played with one.
Or he's just upset for you, Todd.
I know. He's probably just trying to piss me off. Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about the big screen though is they legit look like swimming goggles, and every time I see someone with like a YouTube thumbnail wearing them, I just laugh. I'm just like, it just looks so silly. It does. And I mean, I guess like the head, like VR headsets in general look so silly, but it just looks like they're about to all go swimming.
You want something? You want something to go viral? Go get your Big Screen Beyond, Todd, and then go swimming with it. And use it as goggles in your pool.
Just cut the cord off and fucking go swimming with it.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott has one.
Yeah, I figured he had one.
Oh, he's got Scott. Bring it to Vegas so we can
off.
tease Todd.
It's because he's not in Canada, Todd.
Yeah.
I ordered mine in February last year.
I could just drive over and use Scott's right now. He's only a little bit farther.
If you go there and take a picture, I will disown you.
I think I am heading over there in February. I got an invite to go over and hang out with the boys in February, so I think I'm going to take them up on that. All right, let's talk about Vision Pro. Vision Pro, the announcement. We'll just say the announcement because I think it was pretty hyped, and we didn't really talk about it much at the end of last year for like this show. But Vision Pro announcement, Hero Zero. I mean, were everybody excited? I mean, what do we think?
D, you go first.
If it wasn't for the $3,000 price tag, that thing would be a hero for me. But it's not. It's no, that's zero. I can't get past $3,500. No.
Starting at $3,500.
Yeah, it's going to be $5,000. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm good. That's a pinball machine, damn it. I'd rather get a fucking pinball machine. Pardon my French.
Ooh. You can play VR. You can play VR pinball.
No. I need the shaker motor. I need the bing, 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 bing. I need it.
You know that
live.
You know that. Jazz, how about you?
I'm gonna say it's a hero on the announcement, and I agree completely with you. Like a price tag of $3,500, crazy. That's a crazy amount. But I would like to make a parallel analogy. So when Tesla first came out with their car, they came out with the Roadster. I think that was the first one, at least. Completely outrageous price point, crazy. Just wanted to prove something that was so crazy cool. And actually, when the Apple Watch first came out, the first gen of the Apple Watch, they actually had a $10,000 gold Apple Watch that they eventually discontinued. Again, there's always like these like really shiny, bright objects in the beginning, and then you expect that as it progresses, it gets better. And I think a good example of that too is like the Ray-Ban Meta, which was the Ray-Ban stories before. Like the first gen was like, second gen, I freaking love that thing.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Way better. I have both, and they're way better.
Yeah, and that price point is so good. So to me, even though like this first gen, I feel like we just have to accept that this is unattainable. But if you liken it to these different stories, I think it's a hero because if it continues on in this path, we have a really great path for mass adoption.
Agreed. I can't agree. I couldn't agree more. I think price wise, it's going to hurt. But I mean, what it's going to do for our industry, augmented reality, virtual reality, I think it's a home run. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to figuring it out and checking everything out with it that I can, and can't wait for Todd to buy it for me. It was a bet that we won. I won. Yes,
I think it's a hero for sure as well. Like, and I honestly don't think the price is outrageous for everything that they're claiming that it can do. And I've said this 100 times. It's no different than buying a MacBook Pro and sticking it on your face, and that's what they cost. So it's not outrageous. It's a 3D TV. It's an AR headset. It's a complete studio on your face for doing regular daily computing. It's things that you cannot do with a Quest. So to compare it or to expect it to be in that price point, I think is outrageous.
Yeah,
it may not be exactly where it needs to be price wise. Like I agree. Like even like everybody knows I'm a big fan of the foldable phone. When I first bought my first foldable phone, they were like $4,000. It was stupid. And I just bought a new one a month ago, and it was $1,400 at like a quarter of the price.
Yeah.
So it's going to come down. It's not going to come down to $600. So if anybody out there is expecting that, that's never happening.
No, but I think we will see one for like.
If it does, that means they're taking shit out of it that shouldn't be taken out of it. If it's going to be this flagship of a device in the VR world or AR world or XR world or whatever.
Yeah. I do expect within a year to a year and a half to see one that's going to be probably in a $2,000 range, somewhere around there. Something like it.
The other thing I'm really excited for, like with what Todd said. So Todd put me on Fluid. Thanks.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. And I think I push that thing to the limit all the time because I'm trying to open as many windows as it'll let me. I'm playing like Spotify and YouTube and like having all these things open, so it crashes on me pretty frequently. But I do think
early development. They like it when you crash shit and tell them about it.
Explain to everybody what Fluid is, because there might be a lot of people here that don't know what Fluid is. So
Well, you'll know more on my channel soon. But
you're gonna do a little piece on Fluid?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on it. But Todd, it's your baby. You found out about it. You say it.
It is a workspace in VR without the need of a computer. So a year ago, I saw a guy on Twitter, John, who happens to be the CEO. He posted a picture of a guy working in, windows, kind of like immersed, how you can have these augmented reality windows up on your screen, and he had a keyboard and a mouse in front of him. And I just assumed, along with everybody else in the comments, that it was something like immersed. He was hooked up to a laptop, and he was, just doing spatial computing, which isn't new. It turned out that's not what he was doing. He was completely running everything off the headset. No need for a computer. And that totally interested me. Like, if I don't need to take my laptop places and I can still do everything that I need to be able to do, that's a game changer. And now with Fluid, not only can you do things like spatial computing, or cloud computing, so things like Google Drive and Google Docs and all that stuff, Office 365 and all that stuff, Xbox cloud gaming and game to your heart's content. It works great. I've done it many times. You can also use Google Remote Desktop. So you can put Remote Desktop from Google, the free one, on your computer, and then in the headset, Remote Desktop to your computer at home, and have access to Photoshop and all my editing software and do anything I want to do without a need for a computer to hook up to. It's genius.
That was my question. So you're not, without the computer, you weren't wired to your computer, but you weren't wirelessly hooked up to the computer either. So everything that you were doing was off of Quest 3?
Yeah.
Quest 3, yep.
It's so fucking good. Oops, I swear.
I would have lost the bet if Jasmine was the first one to swear on this episode. I would have lost that bet.
Oh man.
But it is that good. Like, it's so good.
And like, you can connect your keyboard to the headset, and it's so good. And then you can have pass through if you want, like color, mixed reality. You can see your coffee, you can see whatever you want. Yeah, it's really good.
You even can create, and right now there's like a generic cutout when you go into VR, so you can see your desk and you can see your coffee and you can see your keyboard and your mouse. If you have a tracked keyboard, like I have the Apple keyboard on my Quest 3, so it's tracked, so it just shows up anyway. But what they're doing is they're programming it now so that it'll recognize the shape of keyboards, so that you can use any keyboard. As long as it's Bluetooth to the headset, it'll recognize a rectangle in front of you and spit out a window that you can see your keyboard. Genius. Yeah, the program is awesome. Can't hear you.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm telling my camera to stop moving around.
Oh, yeah.
That's one other thing. This camera is kind of like Mateo. I don't know. Sidekick. I'm going to give the camera a sidekick because it keeps moving. I hate this thing.
I know, and I talk with my hands a lot, and as soon as it sees my hands, it moves.
It was Mateo's fault. He talked us into this thing.
He did.
But yeah, so anyway, I didn't mean to detract from the Apple Vision Pro, but that's
okay.
what I'm excited for, is to see these kind of apps like not crash and work really well and be able to do even crazier things. I'm super excited for that.
To be able to do video editing and stuff without the need to remote desktop to a computer, without the need to have internet access, like I just work on my face. To me, that's just awesome. Like I work more in the headset than I play games in the headset, so I think it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Blasphemy.
I wish I could work in my headset.
You should take calls right in your
I'm
headset.
sure you
Talk to Progressive.
I will. I'll talk to Flo right now.
Talk to my employer.
Flo.
Everybody
how are they gonna
knows
know?
how I work for Progressive.
But how are they gonna know?
Everybody's gonna be calling now and requesting D. Everybody call and request Progressive.
Well, they can call all they want, but I'm in chat, so.
Guys, let's talk mixed reality. Mixed reality. I won't say the Quest 3 yet, but we'll say just mixed reality. Mixed reality this year. Hero, Zero, Sidekick. I would say total hero, but what do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Way more than I even thought. Like I think a lot of us underestimated. Like I thought it was going to be good, but I kind of thought it would be kind of like a little bit of a sidekick almost. Like it would be like just an add-on or an added, like it's kind of cool, like a gimmicky thing almost. I think it's become more than that. Right?
Yeah, I think mixed reality's got a life of its own now, and people are buying VR headsets not just for VR games, but specifically for XR games or mixed reality games, which I think is great because there's a ton of people who are afraid of VR, my wife included, because she gets motion sickness. She doesn't like flashing lights and moving shit, and doesn't like gun games, doesn't like any of that kind of stuff. But you put her in mixed reality with Trackcraft, a good example, or Coaster Mania, and she can spend hours, making roller coasters all over the goddamn living room. Like, I think it's genius. Why this hasn't come out sooner? I guess the black and white cameras of Quest 2 is the deterrent.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wanted to do it. You could do some of these things that nobody wanted to do it in a black and white environment, but to do this in this crystal clear color of Quest 3 is mind-boggling. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
I still need to get into Lego Bricktails. I've been wanting to get into that. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, before Jasmine says anything, I'll just say there's a list of games. I listed off a couple in my head. Drop Dead Home Invasion's amazing. Aspire 2, Trackcraft, BAM, Demeo, Broken Edge, Coaster Mania, Lego Bricktails, Piano Vision, Thrill of the Fight, Racket Club, Smash Drubs, Yuki. Some of these amazing games that you can do in mixed reality. Jazz, I don't know why you were laughing, but did you have fun?
You were like, before Jasmine says anything.
Well, I just wanted to list out some of the games so people could hear them, and before you gave your opinion on all these games, because I know you've been trying to play a lot of them, right?
Mm-hmm. Now can I talk?
Yeah, now
yeah,
now you go. Now go.
Please, can I have permission to speak?
Go.
You guys, I finally so.
Oh, there.
What? I didn't do that, by the way. That was Todd. I don't control anything.
Oh, I really thought that Todd or that you did that.
Yeah,
I would have believed it too, to be honest. I would have believed it.
I mean, no, it was Eric. It was Eric.
Okay, so everyone's been talking about Ocean Rift, and I was like, okay, I mean, that looks really cool. Like, it looks awesome. So I was like, I should try it at some point. I finally got to it today. I was so speechless. I loved it.
I gotta go in there and try that.
Yeah, Ocean Rift is cool.
It's so much better than I thought. Like, no, if you've ever imagined having an aquarium in your house, like it is. And then there's like some interactive stuff that you can do with the
fish.
I know. I'm trying not to give anything away. Yeah,
feed a shark. Everybody knows.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know.
Ocean Rift's been around for a long time. The
like,
game's 2 years old. It's not a new game.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just
I played
awesome that they
Ocean
made
Rift
this
before.
update. Yeah.
So I made this whole video about the best water themed games for the summer, and Ocean Rift was one of them because I was like, oh, that sounds nice. Like, you get to learn about little cute animals in the ocean. That's sweet. That was terrifying. It was so scary. It's like you're in pitch black sea in the darkness, and you don't know where you can hardly see in front of you. You don't know where a fish is gonna come at you. I was just like, I was terrified. I was like, this is my worst nightmare. I hate this. But Ocean Rift mixed reality with an aquarium around me is still a little terrifying, but mostly awe-inspiring. It's there's all these there's this, I think, vacation hotel where you can sleep in a hotel room
underwater. Yeah,
and I'm way too poor to afford that, right? But I kind of got a little bit of a taste of it, and I was like, dang, that is some baller stuff.
What was scarier for you, Ocean Rift or Drop Dead Home Invasion?
Oh my gosh, Drop Dead Home Invasion was okay. I have to tell the story. So when I played,
tell the story of you messaged me going, I can't play this.
How'd that go?
So I agreed to do a video for Drop Dead Home Invasion, and you all know I'm a big chicken. I hate scary stuff, and I have recurring nightmares about zombie apocalypse. I
didn't know that until afterwards. I'm like,
it is actually a nightmare for me. I don't know why I have that dream. And then in this dream, I'm always thinking of different ways of how I'm gonna survive. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, I just gotta muster the energy to do this and the courage. I set it up. I pressed play to start, and it was like, okay, simulation gonna start. And I was like, nope. I took that headset off real fast. I was like, I can't do this. Message Eric, Eric, can I just use some of your footage? I can't do this. And he's like, I'm having my daughter play now. My 8-year-old daughter, she's having a grand old time. And I was like, I'll just use her footage. I can't do this. But then I was like, oh gosh, I have to. I agreed. I'm gonna do this. So I set it up downstairs, screened my head off. My dog was sitting right next to me the whole time because she was like, what this lady's crazy. She's just standing here screaming. Yeah, terrifying.
It's really good though. I mean, to be able to do that in your own environment, Ocean Rift is great too. I mean, a lot of these experiences, being able to see Racket Club, me and Todd had so much fun in Skiva. Playing, mixed reality and Racket Club where that was one of the things for me about doing Racket Club in VR or any kind of tennis game. I'm always afraid to swing the racket because I can't see my environment because I think I'm going to hit something. And you guys know what I got back here. If I hit one of those glass shelves, I get thousands of dollars going all over the place. But like in Racket Club, I can see in my environment, and I'm like serving into the VR environment. It's so much easier to move around. I feel so much more comfortable moving around when I can see it. So it just allows people to have way more, I think freedom to just do it, play the way they want to play.
Back in my day, we used to poke holes in the walls and break our controllers.
Yeah, right. Back
Or
in my day,
punch your
Yeah.
dog. Nobody wants to do
Bluebell
that
says
anymore.
golf needs MR. That would be pretty cool, Todd. Little
So
mixed
I
reality
do
golf.
know of a golf game that I can talk about it without too much detail, but there is a golf game that is very popular. Golf, not mini golf. That is coming out with a mixed reality driving range. It's
Sweet.
been posted about on Twitter, so it's not like I'm speaking out of turn or anything, but it looks freaking awesome. The CEO of the company was on his patio with a driver, like, in VR as a driving range, and you could watch the ball and the little tail of the ball sail over the houses in his neighborhood.
That's
It
cool.
looks so freaking cool.
That is cool. I would.
What's it
definitely do that.
called?
It is
Give us the
Golf
name.
Plus.
Oh, look, see, you just got yourself in trouble.
It was on his Twitter account. It's not like they sent me a special information or anything. So,
But Piano Vision was
sleepiness.
pretty amazing in mixed reality as well. Doing some learning apps and things like that. There's been a lot of hype around, mixed reality, and I think Meta doing a lot of the announcements at Connect. A lot of their big commercials that they have focusing on Piano Vision and mixed reality. I think it was a good move for them, and I think it definitely paid off.
But see, that's what Vive and XR Elite needed. They needed the right apps, the right marketing, the right, plan. And we can sit here and say like all these things, but for example, like I don't think the Quest 3 is that comfortable. Same with the same as the PSVR 2. But I think the sweet spot's a little bit bigger, and there's a lot of like third-party markets, and they also have first-party accessory market. If like PSVR 2 did that, I didn't check, but I didn't see anything.
No.
Yeah. So if they had, there's all these like little things that these companies could have done to overcome like these little friction points, and probably done really well. But
yeah, agreed. All right, let's jump out of mixed reality and jump into reality and talk about Meta. Do we think Meta had a hero year, 0 year, or a sidekick year? We have the Quest 3 launch. We have all these games that they've launched. We have the glasses, the Ray-Ban Story glasses, the second iteration. Actually, they're not called Stories anymore, are they?
No.
Ray-Ban Metas.
Yeah.
Ray-Ban Metas. Yeah.
What do we think for Meta? D?
They made out like heroes. I mean, a lot of good stuff has Meta's done.
Like my Asgard's Wrath 2 shirt.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, you show off.
Not jealous at all.
Asgard's Wrath being a 10 out of 10 on IGN, I think is pretty much of a big win for them. I think, Quest 3 is a huge win. Maybe not has been as popular this season as their Quest 2, but who cares? People are buying VR. It doesn't really matter whether it's
so
Quest 2 or
crazy. That Quest 2, I am shooketh at how popular Quest 2 was this season. I am so right before the Quest 3 came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get rid of all my Quest 2 accessories. Like this is gonna be like $0, completely useless. And I forgot I had these like ads on Facebook Marketplace that I posted like months and months ago. And all of a sudden now I'm getting messages about them like, hey, do you still have this for sale? And I was like, oh shoot, I moved. Sorry, forgot about that. But yeah, the Quest 2 is like flying.
Yeah, I think it won this season. Like really, the holiday season, I do think it won. We did see some sales numbers like going in, and it was definitely outselling the Quest 3. But I think Quest 2 even won. Like I'm just thinking my own news feed on Facebook. There were so many Quest 2s I saw people opening up on Christmas more than Quest 3s. I saw a few Quest 3s, but a lot of them I saw were Quest 2s.
Do you think that's a case of mistaken identity at the grocery store or at the electronics store? Or is that a purposeful purchase?
Price point.
Yeah. They look at it and they're like, this is less than half the price. I don't understand.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like the Quest 3 push in advertising, it's been advertised everywhere. I just watched Tulsa King, which is Sylvester Stallone's new movie or TV series on Prime.
Yeah.
And they talk about Quest 2 and playing games in VR in that series. Like
Really?
it's everywhere now. It's becoming mainstream. But it's all Quest 3 stuff. Quest 3 under the tree at your kid's Christmas party.
Yeah.
Do you think people are going into the store to buy Quest 3s and seeing, holy shit, Quest 2's half the price and buying a Quest 2 instead? And do you think those people are going home and are upset that it doesn't have color pass-through?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anybody's like being, oh man, this is like black and white, or anybody disappointed. I just see a lot of people freaking out over Quest 2s, man, and just seeing a Quest.
I have so many, I did a lot of tutorials on the Quest 2 on TikTok and on YouTube, and all those videos are all of a sudden getting like thousands of views. I'm like, what the heck is happening? I put out a video, I think a week ago, Quest 2 versus Quest 3, and which one is best for someone. I was shooketh. I hate to use this word, but it is necessary at this point in time. At the amount of comments that I said, Quest 2 is the best, Quest 2 is better. It was crazy. I was like, people are saying
great.
Quest 2 it's crazy. I'm just, I was so wrong. I can't believe this. I was way off. And now I have a pile of Quest 2 accessories that I guess now have a lot of resale value. That's great.
Yeah, they do. Everybody wants them.
Yeah.
I think, I was the same way. Like I changed my mind a couple of different times. Like, what am I going to tell people when they ask me what they should be buying? Like, should they be going to get the Quest 3? Should they go get the Quest 2? And, in the end, I was telling people, if money's not an object, go get the Quest 3. It's a better headset. It's newer. It's got a better form factor. It's got better lenses. It's got the mixed reality with the color pass through. It's going to be a better headset. But if you're just, if you're looking to get a present for somebody, and, it's tough to buy a $500 present for somebody. You know what I mean?
And if you have multiple kids, we're going to spend $500 on each kid. I mean, or you could spend like $600 and have 3 kids all playing together.
Yep.
Yeah, and there was just so many good deals. I mean, literally, you could get a Quest 2, and I think it was $250 with a $50 off or $50 coupon you could get, or a $50 gift card that you could get after that. And then you can get like a $30 worth of credit if you get somebody else's code. So there's just the deal for that was really, really good. And there's hundreds and hundreds of games that you can play on the Quest 2 that are awesome. Like, there's so many things that you can do for that little bit of a price point. I think it made sense for a lot of people. So I really don't think the Quest 2 is going to go anywhere anytime soon.
There's really no new release games that are not Quest 2 compatible. Like there's been nothing yet that is Quest 3 only. So, which was smart, right? Like Asgard's Wrath 2, banger game. Air Force 1 in chat says, why would you make a AAA game with 100 hours of gameplay and a headset you can only wear for 20 minutes? I completely disagree with you. But I think it's because I do have a Bobo 3 M3 head strap on it. It is so I'm 20 hours plus into Asgard's Wrath. I love that game, man. Holy crap.
I gotta get back into it.
It is a good game. So Jasmine wearing the shirt there.
Yeah, and I have to say too that for for us, before mixed reality came out, we were all like, mixed, whatever. Why are they pushing this? Who cares? So for people that have never played a VR before, that got a Quest 2, and everyone's like, oh, but Quest 3 has mixed reality. If they've never tried it, they're gonna say, I don't care. Why do I care about that? You bought this expensive headset where I can do the same exact thing on mine, except for this gimmicky stuff.
It could be.
I got to say though, now I put my daughter in mixed reality with the cabin, and that's all she wants to do now is mixed reality.
Right.
So your daughter is so brave. She's my hero.
She loved it, man. I recorded it and I put it. We played it last week during the show, a little segment of it. She was, using the hatchet and chopping their heads off, and she's like, she
had some force behind that when she was.
She was getting into it, man.
I should release like my uncut, unedited footage from that gameplay, because I literally just screamed my head off the whole time. But you just get a little snippet of me acting brave in my video.
I want it. Yeah, you should release it to members on your YouTube page. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, that's a big for everybody. Go subscribe to Jasmine's YouTube channel. You had a great year this year, Jazz. You had a milestone on your YouTube channel this year.
You did.
What was it?
Recently.
Yeah. What'd you hit? Number
one.
Oh,
9,000?
9,000 subscribers. Congratulations.
We're so close to 10,000 too.
I know, right? Like once you hit that mark, it seems like it just kind of like flows and like rolls, and you get like a momentum and you start picking up new subs.
I have to say, so I actually spent so much time and money on this like YouTuber program this year. Like I really was trying to figure out my craft and understand what it is I can make that is good. So there was a lot of work that went into, everyone puts in a lot of work, but I went to school. I went to freaking school. It's an 8-week program.
I remember.
with other YouTubers, yeah. And it was like we had homework and we had like 3 classes a week. It was crazy.
Wow, good for
So,
you.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Paying off. Paying
Yeah.
off.
And it's clearly
so let's talk games. So we talked meta. We gave them a hero. Let's talk games for the year. This to me has been one of the best years I've ever seen for games to play, and that's what we all asked. Like I remember last year, some of the conversations that we were having of what we wanted to see in 2023 was, yeah, hardware is great and all, but if we have nothing to play on this amazing hardware, then it's a loss for us.
Moot.
And yeah, we want to see great games. And I'll just go over quickly the list. And this is not anywhere near a whole list. It's just a list of some of the big ones that are off the top of my head. Horizon Call of the Mountain, GT7, Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 4, Vertigo 2, The Seventh Guest, Vampire the Masquerade, Arizona Sunshine 2, Asgard's Wrath 2, Assassin's Creed, Racket Club, Hellsweeper, Dungeons of Eternity, I can't remember the name of that game. Genotype,
Yep.
which was amazing. Synapse, Breachers, Ghost of Tabor. I mean, there's more. There's not hundreds, but there's probably another 50 I could name on this list that are absolutely amazing. Everybody in chat, start putting up you put in chat right now. Name your game that you played this year I should mention right here.
Sushi Ben.
Sushi Ben, definitely
Sushi
not.
Ben was actually
on my
really
list.
good.
Little Planet.
Very, very cozy game, but would not have been on my list.
Did you play
how about
Sushi Ben,
Gazzlers?
Jasmine?
I did
Gazzlers
play Sushi Ben. I love Sushi Ben.
I thought it was well done. Actually,
It was so
very
good.
well done.
It was.
I have a ton of recording. I was going to make a video and I never did. I should put that together. It was really good. Really well done.
And it's like it's so creative and so different, and it's so heartwarming. It's so good. I felt like I was in anime, like a Naruto.
The anime style
anime.
is awesome. They need more.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, some Ali VR port, Demio Battles.
Demio Battles.
Excellent game. Galactic Catch, another one.
Dungeons of Eternity.
Galactic Catch.
I love Galactic Catch.
And
Power Wash Simulator.
Something that I just got an email. It popped up over here, but the Light Brigade is actually on sale for $16.99.
That was a new game. Jazz, you should do the mixed reality in that one. Light Brigade.
Oh,
it's got mixed reality.
I don't know how much.
Yeah, we showed.
I don't know how much
remember?
hacking and slashing I can take.
Yeah, that one's a shooter. Yeah, I don't know if you.
Aspire 2 has a mixed reality update this year as
Aspire 2,
well.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
does,
but I mean,
Broken Edge.
Yeah, that came out this year. We Are One. Among Us came out. Did Among Us come out this year? 2000. I think it did. 2023. I could be right.
I can't remember.
I Expected to Die 3. That was another good one, Jeff. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
Brick Tales.
This year,
Bam.
for games it's just been phenomenal. It's been amazing. I never thought we would get to a point where everyone's like, I don't have enough time to play. So why is there so many games? Like, it's crazy. And there's so many options, diversity, different things that you can do. It's just, yeah, I am so happy. And I think the reason I'm really happy with mixed reality too is because it's bringing a lot more like casual gamers. And so now there's a lot more stuff for me. Yay.
There is too. And then like that is a great point because Jazz, I think what you'll see now with those cheaper headsets, with those Quest 2s that we have, we're going to see a lot more diversity in the people that will be in VR. VR for the many of the first original years was just hardcore gamers. It was with modders and hardcore gamers that wanted a new experience. And we're getting older people into VR. We're getting younger people into VR. We're getting a more diverse with with different more women in the VR, looking for different types of experiences than say a typical male gamer. So I think, but we have them now, right? Where maybe they weren't even there before.
Yeah, I have to tell you, there's a game that I've been playing. It's in early access, so I'm not going to mention it just yet. But like, I play this game almost every day. I'm obsessed, and yeah, I know, Todd. Thank you. It's really hard.
Wow,
it is very hard to get me playing the same game repeatedly over and over.
I've never seen Jasmine play a game and talk about a game like this ever,
and play it so frequently too. Like, and then they emailed me and Eric and were like, hey, we just had an update to our game and maybe you want to check it out. And I was like, I already saw this. I was on last night. What are you talking about? I already saw this update.
I was like, I know already. I'm in. Yeah, Jasmine was telling me you go in like you played a ton of hours over Christmas, but then even now you go in like every day or every other day just to check and see what new you've gotten in your mailbox.
It's so good. It's such a good game. I'll tell you about it.
I want to play it.
I'll tell you later. It's an early access though. But like you said, Todd, like I love Sushi Ben just the way that you did. And also, you know how everyone's been talking about Neko Atsume, the cat game with the little X on the button.
I haven't tried that one yet.
Yeah, and so I've been trying all these like different games and all the stuff that's been going viral, but there's nothing that keeps getting me back into a game like this one so far. So
that's very cool.
Yeah.
Just want to give a shout out to Mickeyberr in chat. He's dropping keys like crazy. He just dropped Stride Steam key in chat, which made me remember Stride Fates came out this year.
Yes, another one. Stride
Super
Fates.
good.
So many games. Like I can't even list. Like I mean, it's amazing the number of games that we've played this year that I've absolutely, flipped over. Like I've had the best year I've had in VR this year. Like playing the games themselves have been some of the best gaming I have absolutely ever done. Completely blown me away, and I just don't know if we're going to see that in 2024, which we'll talk about a lot when we get to our 2024 stuff. But all right, so games we'll say is a hero. Anything else that we want to talk? Anything else happened in 2023 that we'd want to rate or rank? I think I've covered everything.
Yeah. Well, I have to go to dinner. I was only supposed to be here for a little bit.
I was going to say thanks for coming in. Thank you for coming in and doing this. Tell us what are we going to have from VR with Jasmine in 2024? What are we going to see?
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to give my secrets away.
A series of Les Mills XR Dance.
Oh my gosh.
How about a dance off between you and Todd and Les Mills XR Dance?
Todd, oh my gosh. Can I just tell everybody when Todd dropped his video on Les Mills XR Dance, the fastest I have ever put a YouTube video on my TV because I wanted to watch this
on the big screen.
On the big screen. I was like, I need to see Todd's dance moves, and it did not disappoint, Todd. Thank you for the entertainment. It lives rent-free in my head forever.
That's awesome.
Epic. Awesome, Jazz. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. Thanks. Go have some dinner and have a great new year. We'll see you in the at CES in the new year.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
No Bye.
Bye. Awesome. Thanks for Jasmine for coming in and doing that. That was a lot of fun. I do like getting her take. Her take is definitely a different take over our take, or my take at least anyway.
Right.
She is a very cozy gamer. I am not what I would consider.
I don't even remember the name of that cat game. But I knew damn well she was
Neko Atsume, yeah.
Yeah.
She was all over it.
That's awesome.
God, there was one more that I wanted to mention for hero or zero of the year, and that would be Pico and ByteDance, and I don't think we really need to talk about it here. We can just hit play on something.
Roll the tape, Todd.
Roll the tape.
Roll the tape. ByteDance. Pico would have been way better off if ByteDance left them alone, let them make a cool headset, come out, make some money on that headset, and then start to build that way. Instead of having all that money thrown into development, I guarantee, the money did help them, do R&D and build things better and make the Pico 4 what it was. But Pico was doing okay on their own. ByteDance torpedoed Pico. Now, maybe they would still be a little bit farther behind than they are right now, but they would be in a way better financial situation, and we would still have another viable consumer-based headset. Instead of them now going, we're going to go compete with Apple, because that's their pivot now. Their pivot is, yes, we're going to give you a shittier Pico 4.
That's crazy.
For 2024. And then we're going to go and we're going to make this other version of a headset now that's not going to be a VR headset. It's going to be the mixed reality headset that you're going to go...
social competing platform to compete with Apple.
Like,
and they're going to be a year late.
Pico, you're not going to compete with Apple. You are not Apple.
No, it's crazy.
People are going to buy Apple because it's Apple. People are not going to go spend that kind of money on a Pico headset. Come on. Who's making the decisions here? We're like, let's do that.
Philozix in chat said something earlier. He said Amazon should buy Pico. And I almost agreed with him. And then I thought, and then he typed just before I was going to say it, Elon Musk should buy Pico. And I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I think
Tesla
that would
needs
be
a
great.
VR headset. That would be freaking mind-boggling.
That would be. They would make it the sexiest looking VR headset.
Right? Imagine a Tesla truck in space.
Tesla headset. Oh my God.
They need a Tesla headset. Oh my God. Why have I not said this
Pimax
before?
should buy Pico. Pimax and Pico should get together and make a good headset.
Yeah, right. Oh, the Pi Mico. Yeah.
It boggles my mind how these companies fall all over each other. You know, HTC, I love HTC. The people there are some of the best people in the world, but they completely botched this XR Elite. They took a good headset and they just pissed it away. It's actually a really decent headset and could have been good, but they have no ecosystem. They have no store. They didn't support it enough. They didn't wait and put it out with an XR2 chip in a market where they knew the Quest 3 was coming with an upgraded XR2 chip. I should say the Gen 2 XR2 chip. You know what I mean? And instead of waiting or delaying it until they could get the upgraded chip in it, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And they didn't do well with that one on a headset that I think could have done well. I've had my love affair and hate affair with Pico. Like, I remember when they launched Pico 4, man, and they talked about it. Me and you both, we ripped them apart, right? Because some of the decisions they were making.
Their Pico 3 launch was terrible. The Link launch was terrible. The 4 not being here is terrible. Other than the quality of the 4 was good, I gotta say. And
that's the thing that turned us around. I've been in the Pico bandwagon, man. I've been rooting for them for the last, couple of years.
I really do
now.
like that headset. I'm not just saying it. That's a really good headset.
It's a great headset. It's in still now. I mean, they have some. Here's the deal. Like the people are like, well, they still have games going there. Arizona Sunshine just went there, and a couple other games just went there. You know what I mean? New games. But you gotta remember, people, all those deals have been in place for probably a year or more.
Those contracts take forever.
It ain't happening anymore. So if you're thinking right now that I should go buy a Pico 4 because I think they're going to be supporting it for another year, or games are going to go out there and support it, it's over, folks. I would never tell anybody to go buy a Pico 4 right now. Not because the headset's not good, because I don't think anybody's going to support the store.
It's got bigger pancake lenses than the Quest 3. It's a good headset. It's great for PCVR.
What development company right now, what developer is out there right now going, you know what, I'm going to take some time and some money in development and go put it into making a Pico port of my game?
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
Yep.
So you, like I said, you're getting some of these new games right now that are falling and dropping to the Pico platform, but that's going to be it. You may get a couple more coming the first of the new year. It's going to dry up quick, man. Nobody's going to promote do anything for this platform. I mean, this basically, when you come out and cancel a headset, this basically kills you. This basically kills you.
Yeah. Brandon VR says, did the Pimax thing ever come out? And I'm assuming you're talking about the Portal, because the Crystal's out. You can buy one.
Portal's out.
The Portal is out.
And the Portal headset thing is out too, but it's a nightmare. It's a mess.
The VR part of the Portal is being dropped.
Yeah, I mean, they have it, but it's not being supported. Like, they still have the thing, the headset that it slides into, but
I'm sure they're just getting rid of inventory.
It's just not being supported. Like,
it's not good.
I don't know. I like to play. I like Pimax. I like their stuff. They have good.
The Crystal's great.
They have a good headset. The Crystal is still one of the best headsets I've ever put on. But again, same thing. No games. What are you going to play on the platform right now? Nothing. So unless you're a simmer or if you're going to play PCVR, it's the only reason you're going to the Crystal. The standalone version, which you can do standalone, what are you playing? You know what headset's not going to come in 2024?
The Pico 5.
The Pico 5 is not coming. Say goodbye to Pico.
Not coming to a store near you.
No.
Pico 5.
But you may get a shittier Pico 4.
Or a slightly shittier Pico 5. I don't know.
This is ByteDance. This is Pico. This is how they try and spin this, right? So look, okay, guys, sorry. We're canceling the Pico 5. All this amazingness that we told you was going to come, and the Pico 5 is not coming. But wait a minute. Here's your silver lining. We're going to make you a Pico 4 Lite, which is basically going to be a shittier version of the current Pico 4 that nobody in North America can still get.
What's the reason for not being able to sustain the Pico 5 development studio, which they laid off 400 people? Their excuse was what?
They didn't sell enough headsets.
It didn't sell enough headsets for a company that sells VR headsets and is not in the Western market. What the hell were they thinking? I could have told you that.
Everything that ByteDance brought to Pico and helped Pico, which is basically money, okay? That's all ByteDance did. They gave Pico the money backing to do what they wanted to do. The problem is all the baggage that goes along with ByteDance ultimately killed Pico. Because ByteDance didn't own Pico, it would be in North America right now, and it would be possibly challenging the Quest for a substantial portion of the standalone VR market.
I don't doubt that at all. I have a Pico 4 right there, and I love it. I bought it in Turkey because I can't get one here. It's a great headset. Obviously not quite as good as the Quest 3, but it was better than the Quest 2.
No, it's a good headset. I have one too. It's a good headset. It really is. But again, the failure of Pico is not Pico. You got to remember, Pico was a company before ByteDance. Pico was making headsets before ByteDance bought them. And I know because I was one of them who actually, and everybody did, we all we're like, oh my God, ByteDance is buying Pico. This is great. We have a large company with a lot of money who's going to invest in VR and is going to challenge Meta. The ecosystem will be balanced and it'll just make everybody better. Meta will have to be better. Pico will have to be better. HTC will have to be better. Everybody will have to be better because there's more competition. The problem with it is that all the baggage and all the crap that comes with ByteDance kills it. And here's what happens. ByteDance's management, their top level management, okay, their C-suite management. You had people in charge that were very into VR. They were all over it. They're like, we love VR. VR is going to be the way of the future. Spatial computing. We want to be involved with this. This is a perfect platform for us as ByteDance is to get in on it. We're going to push it on TikTok. We're going to make VR a huge part of what we do. Todd, that was a good conversation last week for Pico. I didn't want to have to repeat it again, so I figured we just play it again because I can't say anything more about Pico other than that was what right there. I mean, to me,
0.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 0. It's a complete 0 for Pico, man. They've had opportunity after opportunity, and they have pissed it away now to where they are gone. They are absolutely out of this market. I don't see them coming back in any way. I just don't see how they do it at this point now. They're not going to be in North America with the Pico 4. They are not doing a Pico 5. They are going to try and do this middle of the road, closer to the Apple headset, which we talked about last week. And I just don't think that's happening, man. I just don't think anybody's buying it.
No one's going to buy it. They don't have the following. They don't have the backing. With all of the corporate crap that's going on with ByteDance in the United States right now, it's never going to happen. They should just switch to enterprise or stay out of the Western market because I think they've lost their opportunity.
Yeah, and I think it's just sad. It's sad for Pico. Like, literally, if it's any other company, I think, than ByteDance that buys Pico, I think they have a better shot. They just have a better shot. I mean, I don't know. They wouldn't have been this far along if it wasn't for another company buying them because they needed the infusion of money. But anybody other than ByteDance, you know what I mean? If it had been another company, and they could have launched in North America, think about the different story we could have had because literally we both agree this is a good headset. The Pico 4 is a great headset. It's actually really comfortable. It's really lightweight. It's got good lenses. It didn't have the upgraded chip, but I mean, it literally launched out, in the Quest 2 window anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good headset, but nobody could get it. So if you could have brought it to where the audience was, I think they would have been way more viable and they would be in a better stable position right now than where they are. Like, I think they're out of the consumer market right now.
Have you tried a Pico headset?
Nope.
No, I don't think Roots has one, does he?
Yeah, no. Roots VR?
Pico. Yeah, Roots doesn't do any VR.
Right, I forgot.
He does.
He's gonna. And then in this next year, I think you might not be able to get Roots into a flat game anymore.
Well,
I hope so.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't push it that far.
Wes was saying in chat during that thing, he said, to be fair, there just aren't that many consumers in China, and agreed that the Chinese market has changed. The Chinese landscape of consumer users in China have absolutely changed too, and we've seen some things go up and down and fluctuate, and right now it's in a fluctuation period, and I think it's a little bit low with, it's on a downturn. We've lost Pico. Pico is, Aichi is who has been a big headset in China. I think they're moving away from consumer headsets and going to be moving into the more enterprise area. But I think others will pop up. And also remember, Tencent is working with Meta right now to bring the Quest to China. If that happens, that's huge for Meta. Adding Meta into that marketplace with that many people, because what Wes is saying right now, there are not that many consumers in China for VR, but I think there could be. Like, I think the market is viable there, and I think if you give them a majority of games that they could play, like the Quest library has.
And the backing and the reputation of the Quest. Like, I think if you throw that into the market where they can go into a store and see a Pico 4 or a Meta Quest 3, like, they're going to buy the Meta, I would think. I just think that they would want to jump on the bandwagon of he who's on top. Like, that just makes sense. So,
yeah,
I think it'd be huge.
Yeah, I think it would be too. You know, and we'll see what that that whole landscape will change, and we'll see what that looks like. I don't know if that'll happen in 2024. We'll see. It's one of the things that we'll be looking at, and it was cool. It was nice to not have to do that rant again. I wanted to have a happy night. I didn't want to yell.
And we didn't want to yell.
I figured I would just replay what we already
We
did.
yelled
Replay
last
it
week.
previously.
I had Michelle cut. I had our editor Michelle cut it up and put some cute little things in the middle of it, and it was nice little.
She got a
7
little
minutes.
carried away with some of those cute little things.
It was too funny.
but we let her do it. So
Yeah, I let her do those things. It's too funny. Todd, let's talk some games that are coming in 2024. This is going to be some things that we are excited for, I think, in 2024. What I said earlier, though, I don't know if we will have a gaming year like we had in 2023 and 2024. I'm a little worried. Like, there are some big titles that I'm looking forward to in 2024, but I don't think there are as many that I'm thinking off the top of my head right now that I was thinking this time last year that I was looking forward to in 2023.
Right.
We listed off some of those games. This has been a banger year for gaming in virtual reality. Could we see 2024? Think about the games that are being, what we're going to see this year. Can you think of 5 off the top of your head that are huge?
Coming next year, the first one that pops into my head, please, for the love of God, let this be good, but Behemoth, dude.
Yeah, it's on my list. It's
Oh
like
my God.
but there's only a couple. Like I'm with you.
Yeah.
I am so excited for Behemoth. I want it to be great.
Yes, that's.
I'm not
I
going to be
want
surprised if
to
it
be
gets
great.
bumped.
Again, you think it'll get bumped to 2025? Wow,
Yeah.
that would be scary.
I don't care. Just let it be good on when it comes out. Minor issues on release, but let it.
Which is why I think it should be bumped. It needs to be perfect.
Besides Behemoth, and a couple of other handful of games, Bulletstorm, a few other like big titles. Stranger Things, I think, is big. What are we looking forward to in 2024? Like, what's on the horizon? You guys in chat, let's leave off Behemoth. Let's leave off Bulletstorm. Let's leave off a couple of these big ones. Give me more that you know of that's coming that you're like super excited for. Like, Wanderer, the new Wanderer update. I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, but let's talk new titles, like not
Yeah,
updates to existing
exactly.
titles.
I
I would say, what the hell is it called? Underdogs.
Underdogs is I
Looks
guess
good.
yeah.
I'm looking
It's
forward
on
to
my
that one.
radar. It's on my radar. Yeah, am I like, oh my God, I can't wait for that? I'm like, Into the Radius. That's probably up there for me. That's probably one of my
Into the
highest.
Radius too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Into the Radius too. But that is so far on the horizon. Again, that's a title we may not see in 2020. Everybody's saying GTA, guys.
Keep dreaming.
Those are wish lists. Give me
Yeah.
a game that's coming.
Yeah.
Give me a game that's like boom. Arcanage. Arcanage is on that short list.
Upload VR is claiming that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is coming to the Quest next year. And
they are claiming that. Where?
I don't buy it. It's on the list.
Where?
TBC at the end. Oh, TBC. I didn't see that. But
no way. They ain't coming.
Well, it's on. I don't think it's coming either. So.
That's no way. All right. Let me just take a look. January. Bulletstorm. I mean, there's games in here. There's just Stranger Things. I'm looking forward to that. February. I don't know. February is bleak, dude. Le Mans Ultimate as a PCVR game. Madison is coming. I'm looking forward to Madison. That's about it that I'm like on fire for. Madison, I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, March. Swarm 2. Okay, I'm looking forward to Swarm 2. That looks really good. That's about
right.
March.
Bootstrap Island. I'm kind of looking. It's PCVR only, but
again, I'm like,
it looks kind of cool. Yeah, I'm not like blowing my mind waiting for it. But
yeah, I'm like, yeah. Nothing in April. I don't see anything in April that I am like.
You don't want Tiny Archers? Come on.
No. Q1, we're gonna see Ghost of Tabor come out of early access, and maybe we'll see a PlayStation launch. Possibly that could be cool. We're talking it's announced for early 2024 PCVR, Pico, PSVR 2, and Quest for Ghost of Tabor. Hopefully we'll see that come out. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Arcanage is
right?
you look at crumbling.
List, it's like, bleh.
The crumbling, I mean, I'm kind of like interested in a little bit.
Bare knuckle fighting, really?
No,
I'm looking forward to that.
Mind Scope is, it's a little bit on my radar. Throwback, I don't even know. Maybe throwback a little bit. Affected Asylum, okay, that's on there. Arcade Paradise
This is
sounds
the
cool.
TBC list at the bottom here.
Yeah. Attack on Titan, that's a big one. Attack
That's
on
a big
Titan's
one.
big. Brazen Blaze is a multiplayer. Contractor Showdown, I've been testing that. I'm very much interested in Contractor Showdown. It's a BR, which I love battle royals. So I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
No, Grim. I'm interested to see what Grim could be. Into the Radius 2.
Michelle said she played the demo, Todd. Meh. What demo did you talking about? Tiny Archers,
Which,
maybe? It was kind of meh. It might have been.
Mannequin could be cool from My Dearest. I played a demo of that. Silent Slayer, The Vault of the Vampire looks good. Behemoth, we talked about that. Soul Covenant, Sushi Ben's coming to play PCVR and PlayStation.
Meh.
The Wanderer Fragments.
It needs to be a new title
of
to be
Fate.
excited about, and I don't see nothing.
Zero Caliber 2. I'm interested in that. Guys. This is not. I mean, think about all the games we just listed off last year, D. Now, and we're not seeing there's no headset launch here, right? There's PlayStation's already launched. We don't have launch titles like we did for that. We will see some PlayStation. I hope we see some PlayStation first party. We see some more AAA titles that were like. There's a lot of stuff that's not even announced yet that will drop in 2024. I'm just saying, going in, looking at it right now, I'm a little nervous of what we're gonna see. There better
I'm just
be
hoping that there's a bunch of stuff that isn't announced yet, right? What isn't there like a showcase in February? Don't they have a showcase, an early year showcase in February, March?
Spring they will. They have the winter showcase and they have the spring
when was
showcase.
Asgard's Wrath 2 announced? Wasn't it in a showcase? It wasn't. We didn't
It
know
was
about it.
It was in
Meta's
Meta's showcase.
So we knew about it in 2022.
No, I think we just found out about it early in 2023.
I'm thinking there's titles out there that we just don't know. I'm hoping.
No, there will be. There absolutely will be. There will be titles that drop. I'm just saying now what we have to look forward to right now. I'm nervous. There's some stuff here. There are some things that I'm interested in, but there's just nothing that is there's nothing that's completely and you got to remember, not all these titles are going to hit. Some of them are going to miss and some of them are not going to be great. So we've already got you only got a handful of titles that I'm really looking forward to here. And maybe half of them hit. Maybe, I hope more than that. Maybe 3/4 of them.
Did you see any exclusives? Like PlayStation VR 2 exclusives to make me want to turn that thing on?
I haven't heard of anything PlayStation. There was nothing on that list for PlayStation that was
I'm hoping there's just news that we don't know about.
I mean, Madison VR is going to be a scary game, but it's a smaller audience. D, it looks like you want to say something.
Huh?
It looks like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, if I could remember the time.
You just got to jump in.
I tried to, but
Alakazam's in chat and says Firewall Ultra update he's looking forward to. I got bad news for you there, Alakazam. That ain't happening.
No,
I'm hoping he's kidding.
Farpoint 2 would be amazing. Saints and Sinners 3, awesome. Tell me. Metal Gear 3, man, tell me. The Burst, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Burst. I want it to be great. I know, we'll see. I hope. There's definitely some games, and there's probably 15, maybe 10 or 15 games I can say that I'm definitely looking forward to. There's only probably a handful that I'm lights my fire. That, you know what I mean? And
Micro Machines, we didn't mention that one.
Micro Machines is coming, and I hope it's good.
I hope it's good. It's coming in January, apparently.
But I mean, it's not a title that I'm can't wait to get in and play.
That's true.
It's just I'm just looking for more, and there will be. I know there will be. I'm a little bit nervous,
Well, look how slow last year started.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a game here, game there, and then all of a sudden, pedal to the frickin' floor, dude, and game.
And to be fair, January and February is always slow. Always, you're always going to have January and February be a slow time, and maybe even some of March will be slow. And then we'll, April, May, June, it will start to pick back up. And we will hear more. We'll hear some more stuff come down.
Like Bluebell just said, I'm okay with a slow year. Maybe I can play half of the games I already own.
I agree. Yeah, I'm down with that too. But I would say one of the things I'm looking forward to the most, and if this could be the game changer that helps everything along, and that is the Unreal Engine VR mod inject, the Unreal Engine
That's why I
VR
bought a
injector.
4080. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This is coming. In 2024. We know it's coming in 2024. Could come very soon. We don't know exactly when. It's not exactly been announced, but it's coming soon. And this will change things. It's going to absolutely change things. When you can just go and plug and play D and play Jedi Survivor
Sure.
and Jedi Fallen Order in VR, and when you can go play, some of your favorite games out there and do them very easily in virtual reality and have it be freaking amazing, it's a game changer.
And there's over like, what did they say? At the last I heard, it was like 600 plus games that play perfect or well. Dude, I already have enough games that I haven't played. Oh my god.
It's going to be
It's gonna.
amazing. If you have been sitting on a
Mhm.
Quest headset and you've been like on the fence of whether you want to get into PCVR and you're like, well, I just don't see it supported enough anymore, so it's not worth me going to get a computer or maybe
Buckle up.
going to get a graphics card to get a computer. This is a game changer that you should absolutely figure out what you need to do to go and either upgrade your computer and get a good graphics card to make it work, or go get a computer for if you don't have one. That's what you need to do right now, because this is going to be a game changer. So we already know there's hundreds of games that we can play right now that are older games, but there are going to be new games coming that are all built in Unreal Engine that we're going to be able to play. Like there's going to be new games this year flat.
You're not going to need to do anything. You're just going to be able to inject them and play them.
Yeah, Callisto Protocol, Unreal Engine. Guess what? You can go play Callisto Protocol. Returnal.
Returnal is the, oh my god, like seriously, when it drops, I need to take time off work and to play this, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is definitely my substitute for Destiny VR, because I love Returnal just as much, if not maybe slightly more.
Yeah.
Than Destiny.
Ooh, that's big.
Wow, thank God we're recording this.
Dude, record away. I'll repeat it if you need me to. I like Returnal almost more than Destiny.
I sat with Wes today, in a Discord chat, and we were just kind of listing over some of the games in our library that we can go and just like try when this thing drops. You know, what I
We
mean?
need to make a list.
Oh, there's a list.
Is there a list?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen the
I'll
list.
send it to you.
Yeah.
But it's a huge list. It's huge.
Yeah.
But I mean, just go through your own library, though. You know what I mean? You can. I mean, there's
I don't
so
buy
many
games unless they're VR, so I need to go buy games.
I know. See, I kind of like. And I'm normally the same way, but I've been like buying games over the last year when I see them go on sale for
Steam sales on right now
for this exact time. Like Callisto Protocol, 70% off right now.
Oh,
like if you want to go buy Callisto Protocol, hopefully soon, the Unreal Engine, VR mod injector drops and you'll be able to play Callisto Protocol. To get it now, so when it does drop, you're ready. Because it's definitely coming. We just don't know exactly when yet.
Santa, aka, yeah, my family got me like Steam gift cards and stuff like that, so I'm ready. I need to buy some games, but holy crap, dude.
Yeah. It's going to be a complete game changer. And like, if I am lukewarm over the rest of the actual built from ground up VR games, this is what absolutely lights me on fire. Like being able, I bought Jedi Survivor for this moment. Like I didn't want to play it flat. You streamed it a few times. I watched you.
Yeah.
It looked amazing. And I was like, man, I really want to get in there and play.
In the mod, I forgot about that.
But I've been holding out because I wanted to play it in VR. And
I'm regretting it because I have Jedi Survivor and
it's 50% off right now.
Callisto Protocol.
Yep.
Both on my PS5.
I do too.
I have to re-buy those games.
I know. There, you have to do it.
But I got 4080.
Virtual Stranger says, I'm really excited about a couple of upcoming exclusives. More excited than I've ever been for any Sony games in a year. And absolutely, one of those is Senua's Sacrifice. This, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. The second part of that. So Hellblade 2. I'm absolutely all over that game, man. That is going to be amazing. Have you seen that game? That game looks like a movie.
Hmm.
And that's
No, I haven't.
gameplay. It looks like a movie. That thing is going to light your 4090 on fire, D, or 4080 on fire.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't know. Alan Wake, I've been running that at everything I can and just maxed out ultra everything. And this card, seriously, has not gotten over 65 degrees.
VR Spry guy. Oh, wow. That's pretty good, D. That's,
Dude, the
yeah,
cooler in this thing is fucking phenomenal.
yeah.
Dude.
VR Spry guy says, is Hellblade 2 going to have VR support? It will not, but we have the Unreal Injector mod, so we don't have to have every game have VR support anymore. You know,
Right.
we're always hopeful for VR support. I would like a built from, not a built from ground up, or just I just want like a RE4, where it's a mode. That's fine. Let's, give me that. But I mean, if I can play it, in VR, if I have a beefy enough graphics card,
Yeah.
I'll do it, man. I'll figure it out. I think I just what?
You just what? Shipped your pants?
I just shipped I'm gonna ship my pants before watch that game. I think I just worked out that I'm gonna get a 4090.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I think
It's
I'm gonna
about damn
upgrade.
time.
What am I doing with my 3080 Ti? I gotta do something with this thing then.
Streaming machine.
Oh my god. I think you need a 3080 Ti to stream with.
So you don't want this 2080 back, right?
2080 Super? I think we donated somebody. We find somebody who might need one. Are you gonna stream with it?
Oh. I'll hold on to it until we can figure something out.
You know who would absolutely flip? And don't tell him this because we could make it a surprise. You could bring it to you're not going to Vegas. You could send it to me and we give it to Alex VR, who's still sitting on a 1060.
Is he really?
Shh. Edit that part out. X-ray on the Alex A.
Don't tell him. Don't.
Nobody tell him.
About what? About what?
Nobody tell him.
Because we're all about passing things on, right? We're all about paying it forward, and I think that would be amazing. Like, if you got somebody, if you had somebody who had a 1060 and you gave them a 2080, dude, you just basically gave them the moon. 2080 Ti,
right?
To the moon, Alex. See what I did there? No.
All right, cool. So that's our plan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. See, look at that.
Did anybody see that?
But yeah, I mean, I'm super excited about that. I think it'll be pretty amazing. I think, it could change everything for us, which I'm looking forward to. Todd, anything else on that list that's like, I just can't think of anything else there that I'm like, eh.
No, nothing crazy on the Hero to Zero list for sure, other than what we've listed. The visor, I don't know if we've talked about that enough, but in other episodes, I know we've mentioned it countless times that I'm super excited about that coming for 2024. Yep. So,
yeah, I have that on my list of let's do this first. There is a game coming that is actually available right now that me and you jumped into that I do want to talk about because you're going to have a video coming soon, and we actually jumped in today with Skiva and with myself and we played a little bit, and that's a game that you see on the thumbnail here, and that is Bounty City. This is a new multiplayer game that's doing something a little bit different, which I kind of like. They're doing something that's not. It's a little bit out of the ordinary. It's not just your normal cookie cutter game. Bounty City. What flat game did you say it was kind of like that you've been playing?
So for those of you who may know about it, it's an early access game. I beta tested it in November, I think, with Tribe Grey Wolf. And the game's called The Finals.
The Finals,
it's a
right.
3v3v3 loot game.
Flat game.
Yep. But the Finals version is a completely destructible environment. Like, it blows your freaking mind. Like, you need a good graphics card for that game. Where this is the kind of like scaled down version for the quest. And it's a 3v3v3 kind of like money loot. So you have to run around and collect these briefcases and that are full of money, and the longer you hold the briefcase, the more money your team gets. And you have the other two teams either working together or working against each other to help you. Like, there's no official grouping up, but if you're smart, everybody goes for the guy with the briefcase, and then you duke it out with whoever's left over, kind of thing. So it's It's a unique game and not just, team versus team. You throw in an extra team and, shit goes off the rails.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's take a look at this trailer for Bounty City. Holy moly, that was loud and that was crazy, man.
That was crazy. Holy shit.
That's a trailer that's like on an adrenaline rush with 4 Red Bulls and like 2 lines of cocaine.
Right.
Like, holy crap, man. Oh man.
I think they're definitely leaning into the finals.
And an 8-ball.
The finals trailer is off the wall as well, so they're
is it
definitely
like
leaning
that?
into that. Oh, it's just like that, yeah.
I'd like to check out the finals. I mean, it sounds like it's fun, but Bounty City is my kind of thing because it's in VR. That's
Yeah,
like
right.
that's part of it. Like I don't.
And it's good, right? It's got reloading. It's got you get a like an MP5 and a handgun and a grenade. Everybody kind of gets the same arsenal at the beginning. You can buy things with money that you earn throughout the game to upgrade. Tons of skins. It's not those typical blocky. Those what were they? When you build games in Unity, you can buy like the Unity starter pack to build assets, and it's not that. It's good. They're good quality, and you can buy different things for your head, and you can buy hats and different clothes and all that kind of stuff to customize yourself, which is awesome. Right now they've got 2 maps, and they just got a new game mode that started today or yesterday,
which we played. It was super cool, man. I had fun doing it.
Yeah. So previously with that game, this is early development game, and they're all about the feedback from the community, and it's free on Steam and free on Quest.
Yeah.
But they've changed up the way the game plays. Before it was you grab the loot, run to a spot, put it in a little area, and then you have to guard that area for a certain amount of time, or people can kill everybody and then steal it and go to their spot and put it down, kind of like capture the flag kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to hold on to it and run around constantly, or you're gonna get shot. Like, it is a totally different dynamic.
And it's funny too because if you got to reload, right? Because if you're shooting, you got to reload. That means you got to drop the briefcase.
You got to drop the briefcase.
Yeah. So every time you drop the briefcase, that starts the timer over again, and you only get points like every few seconds that you hold the briefcase. So you know what I mean. So you have to hold it every time you drop it. It starts the timer over again. So you're only gaining points if you hold on to it. So even just doing something of dropping the briefcase to reload it kind of screws you up.
You screwed up, yeah.
So I don't know how many times I had the briefcase. I would get into a firefight with somebody like Todd or Skiva. I would kill one of them, but then I would have to reload. So I dropped the briefcase, go to reload, but then as soon as I went to reload, one of the other ones would just jump out, and like I was already hurt from the previous exchange. Like one bullet, I'm dead, and all of a sudden now they have the briefcase, and I have to go chase them down to find the briefcase.
It's cool, and what they've done is the maps are big, very big, not like Pop 1 big, but
no, like Alvo
big enough. Like Alvo big, yeah, definitely like Alvo big. Multiple stories, paths and ramps and stuff like that. But they're too big that if you didn't have enough players that were constantly on the move, you'd never find the guy with the briefcase.
Yeah.
So what it does is it actually pings on the map like every 20 seconds or something, or maybe it's whenever the money line lines up. I think that's when it does it. Actually,
I think it's like more than it's more often than you think. It's probably like every 10 seconds or something like that. But
it pings somewhere, so you'd be like, "Oh shit, I got to go that way." And he's not there when you get there, but at least you know where he was and in the area he was. It was a lot of fun, I thought. For an early access game, I had a great time.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's early access. It's free. I mean, you can just jump in right now and just check it out if you want to check it out. But just remember, it's still early access. They're still working on it. This game, could be 6 months. I don't know how long it will be. They'll be working on it, but they're actively working on it. But it's just fun. I love getting into these games early. I mean, I did this with, a lot of games. I've done it. I'm doing it right now with Contractors, the BR mode of Contractors. That is really great, but guess what? That's janky as shit right now too. And it's like all the assets are like, are super early. I mean, so you have to like get into these things knowing that they're not going to be perfect. So get in there and have some fun, give some feedback. I think it's super cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this becomes. Like,
Yeah.
You know, they have a ton of skins already, different operators that you can go get, which is cool. They have different skins. They have different, weapons that you're going to be able to upgrade into. I think it's kind of cool. We see a couple of play styles. I'm interested to see what this looks like, 3-4 months from now. And I like being able to help kind of shape it and give some feedback. So I think it was cool.
Yeah, I dropped a link to the App Lab or side quest link.
Bounty
Link,
City.
so. Bounty City. Yeah, it's cool.
3v3v3, which is I like that too, which is kind of cool. But they have bots. If you can't get everybody in there, you can just play against bots too, which is
and they have a leaderboard thing with a rail driven shooting range.
Yeah, that's cool.
Skeeve and I tried it like multiple times after you
left. I know I left and
hard, man.
You guys were still going when I left. It's trying
it's
to
still hard.
beat each other's score. Cool. Yeah.
I love me a leaderboard chase, dude.
Yeah, right. You got to have that.
Dude, it's too funny. I'll do my my obligatory Mother Gunship Forge talk, and I've been in there. I went in there, and Mickeyberr has been like the killer of Mother Gunship Forge. He had a solo run, endless mode run that he had 107 levels in. I thought unbeatable, 107 levels. I've been trying forever to beat him. My max was like 80. I could get to and then had a great run right before the holidays. Got to 107, tied him at 107. I need to go one more room to beat him in 108. I tied him. So me and him were up there tied at 107. I'm like, man, that's really good. Told Betty, I'm like, Betty, 107. She's like, wow, that's really good. She gets in over the holidays. 113.
Jeez.
Betty. 113. Yeah. Me and Betty have been doing this doubles run on endless mode, and we are at 168 levels, I think, on this run. We keep ending because it takes forever at this long. So we just keep kind of saving it. But yeah, we're at 168, and we're like in the world, we're sitting at number 30 and 31, and number 28 and 29. Tass and Assassin 32 in the world.
Oh, no way.
We're 4 levels away from you guys.
They're coming for
32 you. And Tasselhoff, me and Betty are coming for you because, dude, I don't see it. We are lit with our loadouts, man, and we're coming. But
yeah, but you guys got to do something, man, because I want to play with you. We used to play that game all the time, but we can't because your game is freaking.
Well, I can go in and play with you. I just can't play on my save. So I can go in and play. If you invite me into your game, I can play in your game. Just can't play in their save. Yeah.
All right.
Aston 32 says, "Damn it, hey, we're coming, dude. We're so
They're
close
coming
to you.
for you.
Probably tonight. Maybe tonight. If I can talk Betty into getting there tonight.
Go, girl.
Damn, I'll get back. We can blow by you guys tonight. We're sitting. Oh, we're so close, so close. But yeah, that was my obligatory Mother Gunship Forge talk. Todd, let's finish this thing up. Todd, let's talk about wish lists and some projections that we'd love to see in 2024, and then we'll all wish each other a happy New Year and say goodnight. So let's talk about this. Todd, you have a list. You have a very detailed list here. I'm going to let you do your list, and then I'll kind of go over my list, and then D, maybe you can add some things to this as well.
Right.
Okay, so what I did is I thought I'm going to come up with a list of 2024, kind of a wish list, things that I want from me as a VR gamer for 2024. Could be games, could be equipment, could be whatever. And I kind of came up with my little list of 10 things. Number one, of course, is the immersed visor. I really want that headset. To me
too.
For what I do in VR, I think it's going to blow my mind. Be able to put on a pair of sunglasses with a little battery pack in my pocket and be able to do everything that I normally do with a Quest 3 and look like an idiot when I'm at the office. So, number one, immersed. Number two for me was a pair of haptic gloves. I want to see haptic gloves go mainstream. Something like the Contact CI's gloves, or we've like the Hapt X gloves thing that we've done.
God.
They make this cool as shit gloves that are out there, but they're so out of reach for people who are just regular gamers.
I'm hopeful we see something.
I would love to see something. Yeah, in the retail consumer market, they're going to be a little pricey because it's new. I get that, but something that you could buy, like even from B Haptics, just put on a pair of nice gloves that doesn't just vibrate your wrist, but your fingers and everything else. Like that would blow my mind.
I think that is probably needed so badly. Like we've seen them, like we've been trying them for years. Like I've tried the haptex gloves. I've tried 3 years ago, man. They blew me away, but they're so out of range of anything that's consumer based, and I just don't. I'm hopeful to see somebody in the consumer based level, kind of bring that, you know, sense. When we get to the point where we can actually feel like we're picking up something in VR, when you have feedback to not be able to close your hand, that changes things for haptic feedback for games that are non-controller. When you can get into hand-tracked games, non-controller games, but then you have feedback with a glove to give you the sense of stopping your fingers.
Really think about that. So think of Dungeons of Eternity with no controllers. Hand-based graphics. You grab the sword and you feel it in your hand because of the feedback on the glove. Like they can do that now with these the handsets that are out there now. They're just so $10,000. Like they're crazy expensive. And there's obviously no support for games and blah blah blah. But if we could do that and have hand-tracked games, like this is I think where Apple Vision is thinking, or maybe the Quest 4 is going to be thinking. No controllers. Everything is haptic. I think it's going to blow your mind. And I want it. Another one that I want, these things have been out for a long time. I've never tried one. I've reached out to these companies multiple times to see if I could get one, and I have been stonewalled. But I want a treadmill. I want to try one of these Cat VR or anybody else's VR treadmill. I've tried them at showcases.
You want a treadmill?
I've tried them at these conventions. I've tried them at CES. I've tried them at GDC. I tried one that was just like knees down. It was the coolest thing ever. I don't know if I would ever use it on a regular basis. What I did try, I thought was cool. Where it could take VR, I think, is what is more exciting to me. So I think there needs to be more of them. Really, it's Cat VR. Who else is there? There's some Chinese companies out there that I don't even remember their names.
No, there's a few, but Cat is like the biggest. But
right.
The problem is with VR treadmills is everybody thinks they want one until they get one, and then they're like, "Wow, that's really cool," but I'm tired now, and I don't want to do that again.
But I never sit down to play games. I'm always
I know, but there's a big difference between standing and just moving around thumbsticks or turning in your play space than actually moving and running. Like it's physically hard to do. Like it's just not easy. It's harder than normal walking. So if it was like normal walking or running, I guess it probably would be easier, but it's even harder than that. And there's so much there are a few people like J Bar. J Bar does every stream on a treadmill. That's what his thing.
Yeah,
and he just really enjoys it. But do you know how many people there are out there who try treadmills and then they sit and collect dust or they hang their shit on them?
Probably everyone. Yeah, exactly. I totally get that.
Yeah.
But I still want to try one.
No, I do. I'm with you.
Too bad you can't rent one.
You could do Try My Tech. You could do Sebastian.
But then I gotta go somewhere. I want it in my house.
Get one, and then you can be the Try My Techer.
I don't want anybody else in my house.
You can call it Try My Tech, eh?
Try My Tech.
Yeah, Tech My Tech, eh? And just VR
Arcade says, what? With your what?
Andrew's VR Arcade says,
touch my what, eh?
Does have a set of gloves for sale, but they don't have much support. And they do, but they're not
different.
They're just vibrate when you get hit and stuff. Yeah. They're not true haptic gloves. You need to go to one of these conventions and try these like contact CI's gloves. They blow your freaking mind. Like you can feel buttons when you're between your fingers and stuff. And the haptX ones, you can pick up stuff and you feel the tension of it when you're picking up a glass or something. It just blows your mind. That's what I mean.
The B haptics is a rumble, right? So it's going to give you a.
Not the same.
It'll give you a sensation in your fingertips and your palm that it's like a rumble effect. It's not going to give you feedback. So what we're talking about is force feedback to where you try and close your hand and you stop, right? Like something stops you physically from closing your hand fully. That's feedback. If you press down on a button, it's not just a vibration. It's
your finger bends,
presses on your finger, right?
Yeah.
They have some that we've tried that actually have heat and cold built into them. Yeah. So it's not just even force feedback. It's actually, it's with heat and cold. So you can actually feel like you can put, you like in VR, you'll be putting your hand over a flame and you'll feel real heat on your fingers and on your palm. Same thing with cold. You'll touch like an ice cube in VR and then it'll get severely cold on your hands. When we get that, the immersion level that we'll see, I mean, could you imagine playing Asgard's Wrath, like Todd said, and holding the sword, and make it feel like you hold a sword, or hold a shield and make it feel like you hold a shield, or having that sensation of throwing like the axe in Asgard's Wrath,
having it come back and grabbing it,
and having it hit your hand and feel the feedback of it hitting you in the palm. I mean, those are game changers. So what you're saying there and why you're looking for that, like, do I think we'll see it in 2024? No, but I would
I
hope so.
want it.
Yeah.
What else we got on here? I didn't know how to label this one, so I called it a VR environmental simulator. Something that'll help you.
Holodeck?
Kind of like a holodeck, sure. I am kind of testing one. I haven't got it yet, but there's a company called GameSent is sending me one of their products. It is designed right now around flat games, but they have promised me that there's a VR accessory that's coming to plug into a Quest 3. And what this GameSent device does, and this is kind of like the entry level products into this whole niche, is you walk by a campfire in a game, you smell the campfire. You shoot guns in a first person shooter game, you smell the gunfire, you smell gunpowder. It's supposed to just take you to a whole new level of immersion. So you're in cooking games, you smell these, because it's this little thing like a vaporizer that kind of works like e-cigarettes. I'm imagining.
Right.
I
You go to a rock concert, you smell body odor of all the
like
people.
This thing is supposed to just
or other things.
I know for a fact that right now it works with Call of Duty. So you could go into Call of Duty and you like run by an airplane that's on fire in one of the maps, you could smell the smoke.
Man,
it fucking blows my mind. So to see these things kind of take more of an adoption, more of a consumer based, this is what people want. I don't think people know they want this until they try it, and they're gonna be like, "Holy shit, this is cool."
Mickeyberr, The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. You smell the zombies.
Yeah, smell the rotting smell somebody shitting their pants when they're freaked out.
It would just blow your mind. Like you see it, you feel it with the haptic gloves, and now I'm smelling it. Like, oh my god, my head would explode.
I like it. Your next one here: advanced VR controllers, ergonomically designed controllers with precision tracking and tactile feedback for engaging VR experiences.
So my thought process behind this one is something other than the Quest controller. Like, you use mice, for example, for your computer. Do you know how many different styles of mice you can buy? Whether it's the shape of the mouse, whether the mouse stands up vertically, stands up horizontally, is corded, isn't corded, has 4 buttons, has 50 buttons. Is there a need or a want, or is there a way to get, other than Quest 3 controllers, another set of Bluetooth enabled controllers
like a universal controller that will work on any headset,
or even just Quest 3 ones? I don't care if it's universal, but that kind of thing that would replace the hand controllers of the Quest 3, that would work inside out tracked like the Quest Pro controller, so you don't have to worry about Lighthouse compatibility and all that shit. Just make your controllers trackable. I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
I know there's a company called oh shit, it slipped my mind. We did a preview on a media day at CES last year.
Yeah, the Megain X. They have the controller that has the little flip over.
They're making index ones, for the Valve Index.
Yep,
that kind of concept. So they're making touch controllers like these for the Valve Index, but you can flick a little button and the whole top of the controller flips out of the way, so that you can pick up things in your real environment, like a drink or a coffee, without having to take off the knuckle strap and take the controllers off. Something different, I think. We need something different.
We've seen a few of these. They have the Megain X. You have the ET, the ETEE. The ET ones are
like a couple
definitely
years ago,
different. Yeah, they're still there though.
They're still around.
They're still in business. I'm pretty sure they are. And they've been trying to like figure out some of the things that you're talking about. They're trying to come up with a right way. I think eventually we could see something like that. And I would love to see it. I would love to see a universal controller. Like you're talking about a mouse like this. Everybody uses, right? Like it's universal. No matter what computer you have, you're using a mouse, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. We don't have that in virtual reality. We have everything has their own controllers, and it's hard to develop for 10 different controllers. If you had one universal controller, it would definitely be easier, and you would see more people coming up with different ideas or different technology if they were basing it off of one design, right? Because there's different mice because you have one mouse design to work off of. You can make different types of mice or mouse.
But it works with Bluetooth controllers, right? Like you can plug in or set up a PlayStation VR or PlayStation 5 controller on your Quest 3 headset. It takes 2 seconds. Like,
but you can't.
With some sort of
No, I would love to see it too. But you can't take PlayStation, PSVR 2 controllers and make it work with your Quest headset. When you can do that, then it would be different. You know what I mean?
So it's only Xbox controllers that work?
Well, you can't the PlayStation VR2
Oh,
touch
VR2
controllers.
controllers.
Yeah,
I
you
see what
can't
you're
make
saying.
them work
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your Quest 3 headset. I mean, that would be great. I mean, if you could do that.
Right.
I think once we get to that point where you did have one type of controller,
The
it's easier to innovate at that
The
point.
Quest Pro controllers is what kind of gave me that thought process, right? Like you can use the Quest Pro controllers on the
any
Pro,
headset.
the 2, and the 3.
Mhm.
Why are they exactly the same as the ones that are on the 2 and the 3? Like, why could they be a new shape, a new design, more buttons, different buttons? I don't know what they're going to look like, but I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
I think now that we're getting to mainly every headset is inside out tracked and we're getting away from base stations, especially now with whatever this new Valve headset's going to be, inside out, not base station tracked. I think you're going to see more of what we've seen, which is very much like the touch controllers. Everybody's going to that design, and I think it will be easier. And I think we will see more of those things that you're talking about. VR chair. What are you looking for here? Like a yaw?
Before we jump into that one, Alakazam dropped a
Oh
$5
man, I didn't even
super
see
chat.
this.
I want technology like from the movie Free Guy, just a pair of glasses and AR. I'm more excited for the full on VR. There is something that exists. Vuzix is coming out with right now it's an enterprise, but I've used them and they are freaking amazing. They look like glasses. They have a screen on the little corner of the glasses and a camera where you can, talk to someone. Say you're an electrician. You can talk to your boss who knows more about electricians than you do. You can see him in your glasses and hear him, and he can see what you're seeing. Just like in Free Guy, where they have those glasses where he puts them on and he sees a bunch of shit. Same idea.
Very
I
cool.
think they need to become more mainstream. They're definitely still in the enterprise world right now, but that could be the new Meta Ray-Ban 3.0 is something.
One of the appointments we have
camera.
coming up at CES 2024, where we'll be going to visit Vuzix, and they're good friends of ours, and we'll be checking them out and saying hello and seeing what they got.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be super cool. I think we'll see definitely more of this. Meta has been talking about AR glasses for quite some time. I think they will be doing something. I think their Ray-Ban glasses are just a preliminary something to what they will be seeing from them, soon as well. So I think AR glasses are something we'll definitely see. Hopefully, we'll see more of them and maybe a consumer version sometime in 2024. All right, your virtual reality chair. What are you looking for here?
Again, this goes back to something that I've tried and I want, and I don't. It's similar to the treadmill where I don't know if I'll use it, but I think it's cool. I don't even remember what it's called. Do you remember what it's called?
It's the oh my god, I can't remember the name of it as well.
Slipping my mind. But it's basically I wish I had a picture of it. It's basically a chair, like a stand-up chair. So it's got like a little spot for your butt. So you stand and kind of lean on this chair, and the entire chair becomes your controller. It's got buttons. Cool. It's PCVR only. This particular one, but it has these weird controller things on the armrests where you rest your arms like on a chair, and the entire chair moves around and it becomes your controller. And you lean forward to move, and it's just takes VR immersion to a whole new level. And I think it opens it up to a whole new demographic of people who maybe mobility challenged or whatever, out of shape, or doesn't matter what it is. You could use these types of chairs. I even tried one at a conference last year. It might have been AWE, I can't remember. And it was one that you kneeled on. And as you lean forward, it was like a Segway almost, but really small. And as you lean forward and backwards, you could move around in the game that you were playing. But the thing itself was stationary on your floor, but it felt like you were on a Segway rolling around in the game. Like, it was really cool.
It's super cool. And like, even Palmer Luckey looked at it last year at CES, and he was like, this is pretty cool. It's actually the idea of it is to try and help with motion sickness, right? Because it gives you a feeling of in control when you're in a VR environment, especially because they were demoing it with like Cyberpunk, and being able to move around and shoot in a game like that and drive a car and everything with this type of controller was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the big chair thing. Yeah. That was Cyberpunk 2077. And Bluebell says I showed it in a video. I must have shown it in the CES video last year.
We did, yeah.
I probably did, yeah.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah, I would be looking for something like that as to your next one on your list is very interesting to me. Green screen wall paint. So you're thinking about just any color, like regular wall paint, but it actually can be used as a green screen?
I am going to do it to this wall in the next couple of weeks.
So not paint it green. You want to use regular paint that actually...
No, I'm painting a special green screen paint.
Oh, they have green screen paint now, don't they?
I know, but I just want to do it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
I thought you were
lazy.
looking for somebody to come out with something. Like I'm like they have. I thought you meant you were. I thought you were talking because this is what I would want.
Because it's driving me nuts using these fucking green screens.
I would want regular wall paint, whatever color I want, to become a green. So have something in regular wall paint that works as a green screen. Have a tint or something in regular wall paint, so you don't have to change your whole room. Like I want to be able to paint my room gray or blue or yellow or whatever color I want. So if you really want to use a green, have some type of tech in the paint, like some kind of tint in the paint that reacts like a green screen does and allows you to like.
Okay, I'm changing my answer. I want that.
I just invented something for you to not want. That would be cool,
better,
right?
I really don't want my room to be green. That's why I haven't done it yet.
So we were just talking with Dee because Dee had this, green screen attached to her chair now for months and months and months. And a big circle on them that was attached to her chair. So every time she would move in her chair, the whole green screen would move. But now you've kind of like got all these big green screens behind you. But would it be great if you could just paint your room, whatever color you choose to paint it?
If we weren't renting, abso-frickin-lutely.
No, but
you know how much of a pain and...
I don't even mean paint it green, but paint it, a nice
white.
shade of
They wouldn't even notice.
or white.
Exactly.
But it actually reacts like a green screen, so you wouldn't have to. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
Because look at Skiva. Skiva has a greenhouse. I've been to Skiva's house. He lives in a greenhouse. Like his
walls are green.
Outside is not, but inside his house is his living room is one big green screen. The floor has a green screen tarp on it. The walls are all painted green. Everything is green. So I mean that and like that can't be good for you to live in that color green. Can you imagine if you could just have the green screen and just have the tint or the chroma be in the paint and have it work that way?
You know what? I wonder, because have you seen those cars where they're one color and then you like flip a switch or something and it changes to a different color? Do that with paint with the green screen, dude.
BMW had a car at CES last year that you could push a button and change it to any color you wanted.
Yeah, it was like
you know what? I'm patenting that right now.
Yeah, right.
Copyright pending.
Ender's VR Arcade is talking about Senpai Gaming, which I freaking love. Senpai Gaming, by the way, he's like one of my favorites. He said he had he uses a 20%. He uses a gray that has 20% or something like that. Color lights to create.
Check his YouTube channel. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Senpai is awesome. I use him for a lot. I use him for all my audio stuff. Like anytime I set up my whole setup, I always go to Senpai to check and see what he's doing.
Yeah.
All right, Todd, last one on your list, spatial audio headphones for VR. High fidelity headphones designed specifically for VR, offering 3D spatial audio.
So I want the technology that's around those little things. I don't know where I did with them. Soundcore's got the little earbuds.
Mm-hmm.
Spatial audio.
Yeah, they're super cool.
With the wireless. But I want headphones. I hate earbuds.
I got you.
I want headphones that does the same thing.
Right.
And I don't know why that hasn't happened yet. Like, why is it only earbuds? They're so uncomfortable.
Yeah, Sony actually has the Sony Pulse are actually
but really they plug in though. I don't want to plug in.
No, they don't plug. They're just.
Would that? Oh, I thought they only worked with the PlayStation VR 2 though.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, actually, they would work with anything because it just works off of a dongle. So it would.
Oh, it is a dongle. Oh, see that.
Yeah, so it would work on your PC. It wouldn't work on your Quest. I think standalone. You would need something to plug into your Quest standalone, but because it's a USB-A dongle. So.
Okay.
But it would work with PC. These would.
But that's exactly what I want. Something like that runs off a dongle for Quest.
I'm surprised. There's got to be something that works through because there are the earbuds that work USB-C now. The Prism ones that I demoed.
Yeah, it's same.
They're good. I don't think they have the spatial audio that you're looking for. They're good earbuds, and they do have the connection to the dongle through the USB-C. And it even has the pass through, so you can plug the dongle in and then plug a charger in.
Does that too.
Yeah. Yep.
But the Prism ones are just better quality for sure.
Yeah.
But again, headphones, not earbuds.
Yeah, you want headphones, not earbuds. I got you.
Yep.
I got you, man.
So there's my complicated wish list for.
It's a very good wish list. I'll add a couple, and I won't even talk about them. I want the Val Deckard. I want the Apple Vision Pro. I want both of these. I want to see the Quest Lite. I'm hoping they make this a decent headset. I want to see what that looks like. I want a new PCVR headset. Like, I don't know what else we're going to see this year. Like, like I do want the Deckard, but I'm not holding out hope for the Deckard. Like everybody's like, oh, the Deckard's coming. We look back. We were talking about the Deckard this time last year for this last episode. Are we going to see the Deckard? I hope so, but Valve is Valve, man. They do this shit on their own time. It could be 2025. They can decide to scrap everything tomorrow and decide that they're going to make a headset for 2026 now. It's going to be completely different.
Yeah.
But I would love to see somebody else come out with a great PCVR headset. Would be fantastic. I want any AAA title. I want to see any AAA title from anybody right now. Wishlist. How about a Sony first party title announced? Can I hear that?
That would be so nice.
Can I hear that right now? That's what I want in 2024. I want Sony to come out with Astrobot or, or any first party title.
I would put my headset back on for Astrobot. Just saying.
Yeah. I want my 4090. I want my UEVR injector mod. I want the visor, and I want less doom and gloom for VR, please. Can we have that? Less doom and gloom. Jesus.
I'm tired of hearing VR's dead. I better not hear it next year. It's not going anywhere.
Just had one of the best years in forever, and now I got to listen to this guy from Valve who who gets sick in VR, who wants to tell everybody that people get sick in VR. Yeah, I'm tired of it. Like, did you see this? It was just before I came on tonight. Brad had put something up. It's a guy that worked for Valve who went on and did a TikTok about how Meta has completely screwed VR. They distorted the market, and now it's all doom and gloom. And, the guy's talking about how they distorted the market because people get sick in VR. And he's like, well, I get sick in VR. Okay, well, you get sick in VR, bud. You know what I mean? People are, the more younger that we get people, the more less people are going to be in VR. Because the more younger people are not as susceptible to VR sickness. So we're going to see less and less of VR sickness. And people are going to be, developing to where we don't see as much VR sickness. And when we get to better frame rates, we're going to see less VR sickness. So, I'm tired of the doom and gloom. I just don't want to see it anymore.
Here.
That's it. Good. I want to see peace on earth, goodwill towards men and women. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what Miss Congeniality says? World peace.
Peace. Oh man, this is it's been a fun night, guys. It's we're about 2.5 hours in. I think it's a good spot to say goodnight. I think it's a good spot to say, have a great 2024. Have a great end of 2023. Spend some time with family. Don't get too drunk. Don't get too stupid. Don't drive and drink. Be safe. Go play some VR and enjoy your family and enjoy friends and do something cool. Right?
All excellent plans and everything that I'm going to be doing this weekend.
I'm going to be doing them too. And then in the meantime, somewhere I'm going to, in that spot, I don't know exactly when yet, but in the meantime, somewhere I'm going to meet with virtual strangers, myself and Wes and Roots are going to meet with our patrons. And we're going to vote for Game of the Year categories.
I got to put 15 hours aside somewhere.
Yeah, lots of VR. Lots of VR coming in the next few days. It's going to be lots of fun. But I hope everybody has a great happy New Year's and big things coming from Quest Q2C in 2024. We have lots of stuff going on. It's going to be very cool. We're going to be going to every show that we can. We'll be doing every conference that we can. We will be going, trying to check out every new piece of hardware, every new piece of tech, every game. We'll leave nothing unturned, I'm pretty sure. And bigger and better things, Todd and D. I want to see more videos and more shows and.
Maybe you might even see us on some panels and talks, and we only did one last year. Maybe this year's the year we do a bunch.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, last year, 2023 was Todd and I had a chance to do a talk at AWE, which was really great, and it was an honor to be able to do that. And they were interested in hearing how we helped build our community in VR, and it was fun. It was something that we were honored to be able to do, and we would love to do that again, and hopefully we will in a few things. And big things from Impact Reality and D, more streaming from you. We'll see that in 2024.
Absolutely, because this green screen was part of the problem before. Having to wake up and set it up. So, dude, D's all set, man.
Nice.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Twitch.
All right, everybody.
Gotta get YouTube set up.
Time to do it. All right. That is going to be it for us. Come and check us out in the new year. We will not be here. We'll be here next week, but we won't be here the week after because we'll be at CES. But hopefully we'll have some good reports for you. Until then, have a great new year. We'll see everybody next time.
Bye everybody.
Peace.